Stadium game mode called Payload Race. And this is like the first time we've introduced a game mode that has two objectives active at the same time. And it introduces this really strategic element to a match where a team will start prioritizing either pushing their payload or defending the other payload and figuring out what the right time is to do that. And then on top of that, yes, we are going to be introducing two brand new, never before seen maps for Stadium Race, or sorry, for Payload Race. And they're both like a total blast to play.
Sick. Can you tell me a tiny little bit about the location, or is that reserved for another time?
No, we can talk about it a little bit. We showed it in the trailer earlier, but one of them takes place next to Kings Row. It kind of has that same kit and art style. It's a fan favorite map. And then another one takes place near Route 66, and it kind of has this like Deadlock gang sort of like references to it.
Sick. Aaron, those are two of my favorite maps from Overwatch and Overwatch 2, so you're talking my language, Aaron. That sounds sick. I can't wait to see those in the new mode as well. Now, it sounds like you're giving us exactly what we want, but is there anything else coming in Season 18 that is a highlight for the team that you want to share with us today?
Yeah, I mean, yes, there's a lot to go over, but one of the biggest things that we're doing is we're releasing a huge update to our perk system. Perks went live earlier this year. It was a really big hit with players because it allows them to kind of like change their heroes' capabilities over the course of a match. And in Season 18, we're going to be introducing over 60 new perks to the system. In fact, like every player is going to get at least one new perk that's going to allow like sort of like these fresh choices to help make each match maybe feel a little bit different. And the cool thing about these is that some of them are like really, really impressive. And I'm hoping that we can go over like a few examples right now.
Yeah, let's do it. Absolutely. I want to hear some examples.
Okay, so let's jump into maybe the first one. It's for our hero, Juno.
Okay.
Now, normally Juno has her primary fire, it's just a short round burst. But when she equips this latest perk, it converts it into a fully automatic weapon as long as Glide Boost is active.
That looks sick.
Yeah, so like you can see, this gives her like the potential to have like huge burst healing or damage if you want to be that type of player.
I was just thinking that, exactly. I mean, as a support main, yes, I am guilty of also trying to dabble in DPS, so that looks great. What
DPS is like, the DPS support is so fun in Stadium.
It really is.
Okay, so we have another example that we can take a look at. It's for Mei. She's like our favorite meteorologist, and when she chooses this perk, she gets like this boost to her mobility. And what it does is it allows her to double jump by automatically firing this ice pillar under her feet, and it launches her up into the air. And so like this gives her like a more fluid style of mobility than she normally has, and it also lets her like access high ground in different parts of maps easier really than she ever could before.
That makes sense. I mean, it feels like an evolution already on Mei's wall that you can already use to boost yourself or the team upwards, but I love that you can just do it automatically, because I'm so guilty for just clicking everywhere and looking down at my feet too much and then being like, no, please, I'm already dead. That sounds great.
And now you can do both of these back to back, so you can really start getting into new places.
We're climbing. That's sick.
Yeah.
Any other examples that you want to share just now, or
there's some really fun Moira perks that are coming. Like there's this one where you can send the orb out, and then when you activate it again, it returns to you. And so now you've got the ability to kind of like use it both ways, and to be like a lot more strategic on like whether you want to like send it out and pull it back in.
Yeah, perfect for corridors and stuff like that. Just yo-yo it straight away. Love that. That sounds great. Now, we also have some extra kind of news, I believe, about a new certain hero that we'd like to talk about. Shall we dive into this, guys?
Yeah, so we do. We have a new hero joining our ranks in Season 18, and maybe we can take a look at that special little glimpse I talked about earlier.
Do that, indeed. And could you tell me a little bit about their name and maybe introduce him up?
Yeah, so we're going to be looking at Wu Yong, and he's from China. He's going to be our latest support hero, and he attends this school in China with his sister Onran. And so he's learning to be like our version of a water elemental mage. She's learning to be sort of like our version of a fire elemental mage. And then I think we can kind of like see what happens when the piece plays.
Love that. Shark girl and lava girl and shark boy coming out. I love that. Shall we
Here
take
go.
a look?
Yes, let's do it.
Okay.
Well, this is not how I thought my night would go. My name is Ye Wuyang. This here is my sister, Ara. She loves me, I think. It all started before dinner. Someone slipped this under my dorm room door. Overwatch wants me? Really? I could be a hero! How cool is that? Oh wait, aren't they still outlaws? I'll be a criminal. But I'll be so famous!
Nothing to be afraid of.
What about Mom and Dad? They'll disown me. Oh no. What will Amran say?
According to plan.
Oh! Amran!
Overwatch, huh?
Cool. There must have been a mistake. I'm not good enough. I don't deserve that.
You were invited to Overwatch, and you don't think you deserve it? You and me, sparring arena, now.
But Look, I don't really... What the... Amran! No warm-up?
Nobody cares if you're ready. If you can't take me here, you won't make it out there.
Exactly! Not ready! It should have been you!
You're right. I've been carrying you for too long.
What?
I made things too easy for you.
Seriously? I work harder than everyone!
Yup. Sure you do.
Hey! I'm just trying to prove I can be as good as you!
So prove it!
Amran? You okay?
I'm so proud of you. I never want to hear you say you're not good enough again. Because I will literally fight you if you don't go.
We literally just fought. I'm gonna miss you, though.
Well, maybe not.
What? They invited you too?
Ow.
Put me through that! You kidding me? You could have burned me! You know how dangerous fire is! Stop laughing.
Oh, Aaron, that was sick! Oh my gosh, I love that. A new sibling dynamic that we get to
Yeah.
check out. And Wuyang, he looks like such a sweetie as well. That was such a cool little insight into a tiny bit of his backlore. But can you tell me a bit more about him as a character, his story, his lore, and maybe a bit about his sister and his family, what we can expect?
Yeah, and thank you. I love that piece too. Like, I'm not supposed to do this on camera, but I'm like tearing up a little bit, you know?
that's
It's like
okay.
such a cool sentimental moment
Hell
between
yeah.
those two siblings. But yeah, so like I mentioned earlier, like Wuyang, he's sort of like our archetypical like water mage, you know, and Onran is that fire mage, and you can almost see inspiration in their kits from even a game like World of Warcraft. You know, it's just like there's some similar visual elements there, and they both attend this school in China, and they're kind of like both really formidable fighters, and even just recently they managed to repel a null sector attack in China. And this is really why Overwatch wants to recruit them now. And since Overwatch is recruiting them, I have a feeling we'll probably see more of them in future stories. And Wuyang also, he's going to be our newest support hero. So most of his abilities, they're all based off of water. And I have to make a call out. he has this really over-the-top personality. It's so unique, and a lot of it is based off of or the benefit of like an absolutely incredible voice actor, Howard Wong, who's turned in an incredible performance here.
Yeah, absolute legend as well. I can't wait to hear some of the more quips and voice lines that we can expect from Howard. That sounds sick. Now, can we talk a little bit more? He's a support character. Can't wait to try that out. What's going to be his gameplay like? We saw a tiny glimpse there, but can you break it down for me a little?
Yeah, definitely. So like I said, a lot of his abilities are based off of water. And so since he is a support hero, one of his primary roles is healing. And the way he heals is he sends out like a channeled beam to teammates, and that will heal them. But what's cool about it is when he turns his attention elsewhere, that aura will stay on that teammate, and it will continue to passively heal them as they're moving around doing other things. He also has this really cool ability where he puts like this torrent of water on his feet and uses it as like this mobility in order to be able to get around a map easier. It gives him a speed boost, and it also like really expands the distance that he can jump, so he can start crossing gaps in maps, or he can use it to get out of a tough situation or to get to an ally to try to save them. He can use his staff, he'll like slam it into the ground to create this wave of water. You saw like a giant version of it in the hero trailer right there, but what that does is it'll knock back enemies, it'll start amplifying healing on all the teammates that you hit with it, and so it's one of those really cool abilities that has multiple purposes, and it gives you a lot of strategy over how you're going to use it and when you're going to use it.
Nice.
And then, okay, let's talk about his ult a little bit, because his ult is really, really cool. Like, what he does with the ult is he'll place like, almost like a ticking time bomb style mechanic on a teammate or even himself if he wants to. And what it does is, after a few seconds, it's going to detonate. And when it does, it knocks down any enemies within range, and it also gives the person that was holding it a really big healing boost. And so the cool part about that is, because you have that healing boost, you can have the confidence to be kind of aggressive when this is on you. You'll dive into an enemy team knowing that that's going to keep you up, and hopefully you're able to make like that really big play with that ability. And then I think maybe like the most unique part of Wu Yong's kit is his primary fire. You saw a little bit of it in the hero trailer, but what he does is he shoots out orbs of water. Now, once those orbs are out, he can take control of them and start guiding them around the map. And you can steer them into enemies, and when you get good at it, you can even start bending them around corners. So if there's like an enemy that ducks behind cover or something like that, you can bend it around that corner and hit them. And there's like nothing maybe like as satisfying as like seeing an enemy trying to disengage at low health, run into a building, and you curve that orb into it and take them out. It's like, it's pretty amazing.
No getting away, that's class.
No, there's like no getting away. And then, you know, we talked about perks earlier. Wu Yong is getting a complete set of perks when he releases at Season 18. I think my favorite one is rather than just shooting one orb at a time, he'll shoot 3 orbs out simultaneously, and you'll be able to continue to control those.
Control all of them? That sounds so good. I love the sound of his movement mechanics because, again, as a Mercy main, I'm so used to sometimes that little hop back from spawn and just hoping one of my teammates will come back and pick me up. So his movement abilities sound so sick for that.
They're so fun. I go back and give Mercy a ride. You know, that's the right thing to do.
Thank you. And that's why you're game director. Thank you, Aaron. I appreciate
You got
that. So I wanted to ask a little bit about his ultimate there. Now, you said about this ticking time bomb that can attach to himself. Could that also be then put on other characters on your team to kind of like send them into the fray as this way to blast other enemies down, almost like a diversion or something like that?
Yeah, and that's what's so cool about it. So when you activate the ult, you have the ability to choose, like, do you want to place it on yourself, or are you going to place it on like the teammate that you're targeting right there? And when you hit them, he does his big ult voice line. They get it. It's very obvious that they have it on them with VFX. They know it's on them. And it's a little bit like getting nano boosted, you know? It's like, now's your time to go and do the thing that you're supposed to do because you have this on you. There's a little bit of pressure, but yeah, but you also have the opportunity to make a pretty big play for your team.
Okay, that sounds good. Always the pressure of getting nano boosted by Nana. Yeah, oh my gosh, the amount of times. That sounds so good. I can't wait to try that out. Do you have a personal favorite alt voice line, by the way? Mine is obviously High Noon, Cassidy Cole by the wonderful Matt Mercer. I have to go with that one. But do you have a favorite alt voice
Oh my God,
line?
that's such a good question. I kind of go back to some of the original heroes because it was just like, it was such a formative time for the game. And so there's a few there that I really love. There's something about Reinhardt's where like that character is so over the top and the way he delivers everything, and even with his animations, and because there's so much counterplay with that ult, just kind of like hearing it, especially if you're a Rein facing off with him and you start to see that little wind up on the animation, it's like, I don't know, I think that one is really, really cool.
Sick, I love that. Aaron, I am absolutely gutted that is all the time we have to talk about Overwatch 2 and Season 18, but you and me, we're going to talk more after this, for sure. I can't wait. Thank you so much for having us today and coming on and speaking about that. And you guys at home, be sure to jump in and experience Overwatch 2 Season 18 yourself next Tuesday, August 26th. Let's go. I'll see you in the lobby. Today, we've still got more to share though. Something silly, something scary, something shooty, and right now, something out of this world. In 2019, the Outer Worlds introduced players to a brand new and hilariously corporized universe dripping with that wit in action that Obsidian are known for. Now, the stellar action RPG is back with new companions, new adventures, and new tough calls to make, many of which I'm sure will come back to bite you on the butt. But to learn more, let's head to the theater for an awesome presentation from the Outer Worlds 2 game director Brandon Adler and design director Matthew Singh.
Hello, my name is Brandon Adler. I am the game director on The Outer Worlds 2, and with me today I have...
I'm Matt Singh. I'm the design director on The Outer Worlds 2.
And we're really excited. Today we're actually at The Outer Worlds 2 Theater at Gamescom, and we're here to take you on a demo of the Tomb of the Matriarch. So why don't we just jump right in?
Cool.
All right, let's do it. All right, I'm going to set the table real quickly before we really jump into things. So first off, let's go take a look at our companions. So our first companion is Niles. He's an Earth Directorate agent, so he's an agent just like you. He's really handy with a wrench, he's got great engineering skills, and also he's got great ranged capabilities, so he's really good with range damage and whatnot. So we're going to use him like that in this demo. We also have Tristan. So Tristan is a part of the Protectorate. He's an Arbiter. You can kind of think of him like a Judge Dredd type character. We're going to use him as a tank. You can see he's got big heavy armor, he's got a big hammer that he uses, and again, he's gonna be great as a melee tank for us. You know, before we actually go ahead and get started, why don't we take a look at our character real quickly? All right, so yeah, let's just take a look at our skills really fast. So yeah, you can see here, so we've got pretty good guns, we have decent sneak, so we're gonna be using that in a few different places. Also, we've got lockpick. This is gonna be very important because we're gonna get into a lot of different areas. Engineering, hack, also great things for using interactions inside of the tomb. And maybe the most important thing is observation, and I'll explain why in a bit. So why don't we head over and look at our inventory real fast. All right, so the first piece you have is the Scrutinizer's eyepiece. This one comes with a grenade bandolier that gives you an extra grenade slot. But the cool thing about this is that strong enemies get weak sooner. So it basically gets them into the weak state much faster. And that also scales with your observation skill, important from what we showed you a little bit earlier as well. Why don't we go down into the heavy hitter? Yeah, so we have the heavy hitter armor. This is just good all-around armor that has a lot of damage resistance. It's gonna be very useful in the combats that we have ahead. Let's go to our weapons. Heavy revolver. This is the normal heavy revolver, but we've modded it with a silencer. Again, really good for sneak attacks, for sneaking around and stealth. We also put a prism sight on it, which increases weak spot damage. So if Matt hits the headshots, which we'll see if that actually happens, that should actually do a good amount of damage. Let's jump over to the assault rifle. So we have a compact assault rifle. This one has a reflex sight. Again, this is great for critical hits, so it adds critical hit chance. Also reduces recoil, so really good for actual range combat. And then lastly, we've got the Antimatter Plasma Sniper. So this one just does a ton of damage per shot. We've added the Advanced Energy Modulator onto it, which reduces ammo costs. That's just gonna give us more shots that we can use. So yeah, why don't we go ahead and jump on into the demo. So real quickly, we're going to be heading into the Tomb of the Matriarch. So the reason you're going into the Tomb of the Matriarch is you're actually trying to get into a high security facility elsewhere on Praetor, the world that you're on right now. There's a secret entrance in the Tomb of the Matriarch itself, so we're heading into the tomb. The tomb is a pretty interesting place. Not only is it the resting place for the Matriarch, kind of like a god figure for the Protectorate, but it's also kind of almost like a museum. You get a lot of really cool lore elements in there as well, so we're going to see a lot of that as we play through. Yep, so you can see there it's guarded pretty heavily. Matt's going to have to go ahead and take these guys out.
Now I'm going to use this stealth grass to get kind of a strike of opportunity. I'm hidden in the shadows right now, and one thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to equip my tactical time dilation gadget. So in the Outer Worlds 2, you have a number of different gadgets you can play with. This is actually a returning favorite from the first game where you can slow down time. I'm going to do a stealth attack on this guy, and then I'm going to go to town.
Oh, well, he's missing his head. All right.
Let's see if we can get in there.
One of Matt's favorites. Are you going to be able to shoot it? All right. You had to slow down time to shoot it, though, folks.
That's what it's there for.
And you can see Tristan's jumping right in there as well.
You can take on that melee guy.
Okay, okay. Yeah, well, you missed that.
Let's take this guy out.
All right.
Give Niles a little bit of help.
Yeah. You might want to take out some of the cover too. So something here is we have destructible cover. Taking this stuff out and destroying it means that enemies cannot use that as cover spots.
Take this guy's out.
Yeah, so there you go. So you can see right there,
Nice.
you're able to knock him out of cover. Just get some free shots on him that way.
One guy over here.
All right. And that's all cleaned up. Let's go loot the bodies and we'll head inside the tomb.
Gotta get that loot.
Gotta get the loot. Truly gotta get the loot.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's head on in. All right, so here's the Tomb of the Matriarch, beautiful. You can see here, the first thing we see is the Golden Shroud. So the Golden Shroud is a piece of armor that the Sovereigns wear in the Arcadia colony. So this one's under lock and key, but it looks like if we can find the Golden Shroud key, display key, excuse me, we can go and pick that up. So we'll go look for that as we head around the facility looking for the entrance to the other high security facility.
Whoa, to have the matriarch taken from us before her time.
Actually, the matriarch passed at the impressive and venerable age of 90, establishing Arcadia's precedent for longevity.
90? So young! Imagine what glorious inventions she could have conceived of with only a handful more years.
All right, so there we can see we have a docent, we have a sentinel that's mourning the matriarch. Looks like we have a panel over there. Why don't we put on our N-ray scanner and take a look through the walls real quick?
Oh yeah, that's another really cool gadget we've got.
Yeah, so the N-ray scanner is pretty cool. Yeah, so you can see through the walls, so you can actually see some of the wiring that's going on. It makes it really nice when you want to see how everything is connected. So there you can see that panel looks like it's controlling the security system for the tomb room. So I bet you if we interact with that, we can maybe interact with the security system. Yeah, so unfortunately, the way to actually interact with it right now, Hack 9, is a little too high for us. But we do have Hack 5, but to use that, we're also going to need the Good Subjects Guide to Electrical System. So again, I'm sure that's somewhere in the facility. So why don't we go take a look for that, and then we can head back over here and activate it and see how that works.
Let's see if we can find it.
Yeah, I'm sure we can.
See, there's plenty of loot.
All right, make sure you loot it though. Be a good RPG player. All right, so here you can see again some of those more lore-based museum elements. You see some of the murals. You see some vignettes that are set up. Why don't we actually take a look at one of those vignettes?
Objective complete. According to plan.
For my next gift, I bestow upon you the pinnacle of automechanical design, far superior to all automechanicals that came before. The time once spent in numbing manual labor may now be spent in harmonious community with your neighbor and in humble service to the Protectorate. May art and science flourish in these many hours, which I have returned to you.
Warning. Power at 13%. Power cell has been partially depleted due to inaction.
All right, very cool. Why don't we take a look into the next room, though? There's some windows over there. We should be able to see inside.
Yeah, let's see what's over here.
Yep, just like I suspected, there's some auto mechanicals. I don't know if we want to fight those just yet. Why don't we find a way to distract them? Oh, yeah, as you can see right there, we have a cable leading to the back. Maybe there's something there we can use to distract them.
Let's take a look.
Yep, there we go. Not only do we find loot, but we have engineering panels that we can use. Yeah, so it looks like that will disengage the locks on the auto mechanical, and we'll see what that does for us. Who knew all you had to do to be an engineer was turn a few knobs?
Warning. Power at 13%.
All right.
Power cell error.
All right, let's see where this guy's
Power cell
going.
has been partially depleted due to inertia. This presentation will continue until audience.
Yeah, it looks like he's
recognition
actually heading
is
into that room
received.
with the auto mechanicals. Maybe we can use him like a good distraction there.
Gloria Arcadia. Gloria Arcadia. Gloria Arcadia. Pathing obstructed. Rerouting. Error. Reroute.
This area is not.
Yeah, so it looks like we're distracting all the auto mechanicals right now. So while that's happening, why don't we head off to the side? There's a side room over there. Yeah, let's get in there. Looks like it's locked though.
You must be.
But fortunately, we have enough lockpick and we have the magnets. Let's get in.
The matriarch perfected automechanical design. Therefore, it is impossible for this automechanical to.
All right, so now we're in. And you can see we have some foil. That's good for crafting. What else do we got? Oh, we have the Good Subjects Guide to Electrical Systems. Let's pick that up and let's head back to the front. Let's activate that security system. Wow, that seemed like the short way to go, I guess.
Stealth by these guys.
Yeah, let's get out of here while they're still distracted. All right, we'll head back to the main room. Picking that up as well, obviously. All right, so as a reminder, we've got some grieving folks in there. Why don't we take a look at that panel and activate it? Yeah, and as you can see, we have Hack 5 and we have the Good Subjects Guide to Electrical Systems. Let's go ahead and activate that. Excellent.
Security system's been activated. Run! Do not push me.
And that, my friends, is why you always listen to your docents. Yeah, that's bad for them. But why don't we go down there and make his day a little bit worse? Guaranteed he has something nice for us. Looks like they're still distracted. Let's head through. All right, Matt. Let's go ahead.
This guy out.
Oh wow, that was a pretty nasty headshot. All right, what do we got here? What do we got here? Oh, see, we got the Golden Shroud display key. It's exactly what we were looking for.
Nice.
And she had some armor. Why don't we take a look at this tomb though? This is the actual casket of the matriarch, so an extremely important figure. Lucky for us, I think we already activated the security system, so I think we can just open it right up.
Nice.
And there you go, we have the remains of the matriarch. Why don't we defile the honor of the matriarch, the most important person to the protectorate, folks?
It looks like the remains are worth a lot.
We're gonna definitely sell those. I don't know who's gonna buy them, but they're worth a lot. All right, let's go ahead and take a look around. Still looking for that secret entrance to the top secret facility.
And just in case we get into combat, I'm actually gonna equip my shield gadget
Yeah,
here.
that's a good idea.
And sure enough, more automechs. Let's take them out.
And you got to be careful with these guys, especially because they leak Zeranium, and Zeranium can actually empower auto mechanicals to walk through it. So you can see he's overcharged. Yeah, and he took out. Yeah, he already took out Tristan really fast. He's taking you out as well. Did you get him? All right, cool. All right. Yeah, auto mechanicals get real nasty when they get into that uranium.
Oh, yep, that's
You see it's
that
poisoning you.
uranium.
It's poisoning you right now. But why don't we take a look around? There's some good stuff to loot here.
Oh, that looks
All right,
sick.
so we unlock that with lockpick. Yeah, no, that's a pretty nice looking weapon. Let's use that later. Grab the helmet. Again, I'm sure a priceless Protectorate artifact.
It's over here.
That looks like a pitchball card or a tossball card.
Nice.
So these are pretty cool. You can actually collect these, and if you collect enough of them, you get a cool reward later on if you find the quest.
It looks like that one gave me some extra health too.
Yeah, I think you're gonna need that. I've seen how you play. All right, why don't we go get that golden shroud though?
All right.
But looting, of course, first,
Yeah,
obviously. I don't know why we didn't think of that. So yeah, here's the golden shroud, and we have the key. Let's open it up. All right. Now go ahead and loot it, and then let's take a look at that.
Yeah, this one's actually really cool. It gives you damage resistance. That actually scales with your speech, but it'll cost you bits each time you take damage. So it's costly, but it can be really effective.
Yeah?
Pretty good for a Monarch.
I think pretty good for a Monarch. They can afford it. All right, let's look for that secret exit. Oh, let's loot stuff first.
More loot.
Oh, look, right there. You see the observation eye. Yeah, so that little element there is telling you you have an observation check. There's something hidden because of your observation skill. You're able to find it. So that looks like the secret entrance to the top secret facility.
Nice.
All right.
Where's
Yeah,
this
that.
go?
Yeah, there you go. It looks like that heads to the facility.
Very cool.
Really appreciate you guys sticking with us and watching everything. The Outer Worlds 2 actually comes out on October 29th. You can pre-order that right now. And have a great Gamescom, and thanks for being with us.
Of all the amazing stuff happening at Gamescom this year, obviously a pretty big standout is the upcoming release of the ROG Xbox Ally and Ally X, Xbox's very first handhelds, dropping on October 16th. Yesterday, my best friend Henry got to sit down with some of the Ally team and get hands-on with it for the very first time. I know, I'm jealous as well, but let's check out that demo one more time.
Show me how you turn on one of these things.
Yeah, so one thing that's great is there's a fingerprint reader on the power button, but as Don mentioned, we made a lot of improvements in Windows to help add gamepad navigation across the device. So I can press A to dismiss the lock screen, and I can navigate all elements that I would expect to with a gamepad. One of the features I really love is that we've added gamepad indicators to the pin pad. So if you're familiar with them on console, you'll be able to enter your pin or have your own kind of combination that you would have to put in your password quickly. You can also use directional navigation, and we really want to give the flexibility to the players of how they want to get into their gaming session.
Cool.
So
I'm not going to peek at your pin, don't worry.
No one's going to look like what the pin is.
I'll get my own later, don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to quickly put in a pin for this device, and you'll boot right into the Xbox app.
Cool. And what's the first thing we're kind of seeing here?
Yeah, this is that Xbox full screen experience that we've talked about. So it boots directly into this experience. It's really tailored for gamepad navigation, for the handheld screen, and again, it doesn't even load those processes that aren't required for gaming. In some of our initial estimates, this shows an estimated 2 gigabytes of savings in memory, which can all go back to your game, which means faster startup times and less idle power draw.
Absolutely. I mean, that was super snappy just to get into that.
Yeah.
Super cool. And I've got to say, big compliments on the library that I can already see. Why don't you run us through a bit of this experience as well?
One of the buttons that we've added on this device is a library button, so you can push that and it'll take you right to your library. Dom mentioned about the aggregated library. You'll see these new indicators across the thing. So, hey, these are my games from the Game Pass entitlement. These are the ones installed from other storefronts. And we really want to make sure that when people play a game in the library, they know what save they're doing it. You might be like me and you own the same game across multiple storefronts. Your save files are so important.
Yeah, I'm very guilty of that.
Yeah, and so you want to make sure that when you launch your game, you know where it's coming from, and you're able to kind of get that jump back in where you expect.
Amazing. Can you launch up a game for us? I'm going to let you choose.
Yeah, so let's launch up Gears of War.
Good.
You can see that the bootloader that we have launches full screen. That really takes you to kind of that immersive experience, so you're not seeing those desktop elements that Dom mentioned previously.
Very cool. Because there's something I use at home on my desktop, which is Game Bar. I use it to access my screenshots. I use it to access all of my friends lists, party chat.
Yeah.
We have a little look at that. How does that operate on the Ally?
Yeah, so one of the main differences between the original Ally and the Xbox Ally is now there's an Xbox button on the device. And so by pressing it, you quickly bring up Game Bar. And this is the optimized view that we shipped last year called Compact Mode. That takes that same widget model that we have before that's completely extensible, but it puts it in a more streamlined, optimized form for these handheld devices. So it lets you quickly get access to device settings and most importantly, Command Center.
Nice.
So instead of having multiple overlays that you're juggling, it's all in one overlay and it's all in Game Bar, and so you can get access to some of those awesome AMD features as well as the Asus features that you've been known for before, to be able to navigate those and adjust those kind of performance settings on the fly.
As a person who is already a multi-device user, it does instantly feel quite familiar as well. Like across my console or my PC, I'm kind of getting this very fluid and connected system. It's really nice.
Yeah.
So we could jump back into Gears of War, but we know this is a fully fledged Windows device.
Yes.
What else can you do with it? Are there other apps that you can use?
Yeah, so one of my favorite features is we've added a new custom task switching view. So by long pressing on the Xbox button, you'll get this new experience where you can quickly bumper between existing applications as well as go to the Windows desktop if you need to kind of tweak something that you can't do easily. And it really kind of makes it feel fast and fluid. And so if you're using Discord or getting a little hint and edge, you can quickly bumper between them and then go back to your game really smoothly.
So snappy. I absolutely love it. Oh, well, what do you think of that? Bet you want one now, hey? Well, we are just now closing in on the climactic final hour of the final day of the Xbox at Gamescom 2020 broadcast. And guys, there's no time to dally. After years lost in the fog, the Silent Hill series is back with a bold new direction. And joining me now to give us just a glimpse into the newest title coming September 25th, Silent Hill F, please welcome Silent Hill series producer at Konami, Motoi Okamoto, and game director at Neobards Entertainment, Al Yang. And interpreting for us today is Daiki Yamamoto, also from Konami Digital Entertainment. Thank you so much all for joining me, guys. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Okamoto-san, can you please just give us a quick introduction to Silent Hill F and why this new entry in particular is so special?
はい、サイレントレイクは日本で初めて舞台になるというところと、高名な竜騎士07さんがシナリオを書くというところが特徴になります。また、ホラーとアクションが融合したゲームプレイを体験できるのが特徴です。
So, what makes Silent Hill F stand out is that this is the first ever game to take place in Japan. And we also have enlisted the help of Ryukishi07 as the scriptwriter for the game. Another important aspect is that the gameplay centers around a fusion of both horror and action.
That's amazing. I mean, Mr. Yang, what does that unique setting really bring for the horror of the game?
So something that Silent Hill series has always been about is that kind of feeling of tension and unfamiliarity. So with Silent Hill F setting in Japan, and actually in Showa era Japan in 1960s, gives us kind of two main points. The first one is, and I like to always use this phrase, which is it's foreign yet familiar. So using the school as an example, everyone culturally knows what a school is, but you might not know what a school in 1960s world Japan might be. On top of the time period, which is the 1960s, where you might have seen like a rotary phone before or like an old style car, but you've never actually maybe experienced that before in real life. So it adds that kind of extra layer of unfamiliarity, so it feels a little bit foreign yet familiar to the players.
That's so true, yeah. Anytime there's a sort of retro element, it somewhat feels a bit creepier to me at least instantly, so I really appreciate that. Okamoto-san, the new trailer, that debuted at Opening Night Live, and we did get to hear the English voice of the protagonist, Hinako. Can you tell who is playing her, and why is this casting so important?
はい、スージー・ヤンさんという方がひなこ役を演じています。スージーさんは有名な日本のゲームやアニメなどで声優を務めています。本作は女性が抑圧されている状況でおいて、その抑圧に抗う女性を描いているんですけれども、その過酷な役を華麗に演じてくださっています。
Right. So, Hinako in this game is voiced by Suzy Young, who is a very renowned actor who does many prominent voices in Japanese games and works. So, Hinako has to fight oppression, female oppression that she faces in the game, and we felt that Suzy was a great match.
Amazing, that's beautiful. And also, Okamoto-san, fans are really curious after seeing that trailer, so I'm going to ask some really important questions for them. First off, who is that mysterious guy wearing the fox mask? How does the Silent Hill F story connect to the rest of the Silent Hill universe? And also, what does Ryukishi 07 bring as a narrative writer to the franchise?
はい、キツネ面の男はですね、非常に重要なキャラクターで、ひな子の人生であったり物語の根幹に関わっています。ただ、ネタバレになるので詳しくは言えないんですけど、ストーリーの根幹に関わっているキャラクターであるのは間違いありません。また、龍吉さんはサイレントヒルの従来のユニバースの上に今回の日本の設定を作られているので、シリーズのファンの方にはニヤッとするようなイースターエッグ的な要素が込められています。
So the man in the fox mask is a very important person to both the plot and to Hinako's life in general. But we won't delve into too many details because we don't want to spoil everything for you.
Yep.
But also, Ryukishi 07's involvement has placed the Japanese setting in the overall Silent Hill universe. So there are some nods and a couple of Easter eggs that the most intuitive players can find and enjoy for themselves.
Amazing. So something there for you guys to check out then. Okamoto-san, let's talk a bit about the gameplay because that's a very important part of a horror game. You do have a new weapon to reveal that has a really big impact on the action. So what's that all about?
本作はソウルライクゲームではないかって言われてるんですけれども、ソウルライクゲームではありません。ホラーとアクションが融合した新しいゲームプレイを体験できます。でまた従来のサイレントヒルシリーズを楽しんできたファンの方向けにはストーリーモードという難易度設定を用意していますので、その設定で遊んでいただくと従来のサイレントヒルに近い体験で楽しめると思います。
So one thing we would like to make clear is that we've been hearing the term Souls-like getting thrown around, but this game is not a Souls-like.
Good to know.
Yes, and it's a fundamentally a horror-based, action-based gameplay experience that you can find. And for any long-time fans who have some concerns, there is this story mode difficulty which will replicate the authentic Silent Hill experience.
Very cool. Yeah, amazing. Al, let's talk about the monsters in Silent Hill because they've just been striking fear into us for decades. They are some of the most iconic characters to appear in all of horror as well. And I'm hearing that Silent Hill F is not going to be any exception. So why don't you tell us a little bit about some of those ghastly creatures that we can look forward to, or maybe not look forward to?
Gotcha. So first off, I want to give a big thank you to our creature designer, Kara-san. She did a really good job taking kind of the themes that Ryukishi-san basically wrote out and then marrying that with a very, very distinctive art style and then really putting that beauty and terror into the game. But in traditional Silent Hill fashion, as you know, that each monster in Silent Hill represents personal turmoil for the main character. And then in the case of Silent Hill F for Hinako, that's basically the same right there. So it's very interesting that we're seeing fans are already kind of talking about, based on the name of this monster or based on what they look like, what does this represent for Hinako in her story? The second point I want to talk to is that for us, when we're designing monsters, each one is its own kind of puzzle, a combat puzzle, if you will. So we spend a lot of time making sure that the combat and the movement and the actions that these monsters could do matched very carefully with the lore and the meaning behind each of these monsters.
That's so clever. It is really true to the fact that there is a personal journey that goes along with the horrors that you are seeing as well. It just makes for even more player satisfaction for me as well when I'm playing these types of games. Okamoto-san, the Silent Hill games are also very famous, not just for the monsters, but also for the sights and the sounds that we are also experiencing. So can Silent Hill F also give us that same classic Silent Hill experience?
はい、山岡明さんというですね、シリーズを代表する音楽家の方が今回も音楽を作ってくださってますので、シリーズの本質的な音楽を楽しむことができます。でまた稲毛健介さんという方が日本の楽器を使ったガープというですね、日本古来の音楽を作っているので、ユーザーの方は日本の古来の音楽を楽しむことができます。
So, of course, the renowned Silent Hill composer Akira Yamaoka will be returning, and he will be providing some music for this game. But it's not just him, but we will. So, of course, he will be providing the fundamental, the classic Silent Hill audio experience. But we will also be having Mr. Kensuke Inage, who will be providing some more Japanese-themed music in the form of gagaku, which is a more classical type of Japanese music that interweaves like native instruments and more classic elements. So you can expect a very diverse musical experience.
That's incredible. I'm very excited for that sort of melding of a very authentic representation, but mixed with the classic Silent Hill that we all love. So it's all really exciting. Thank you so much, guys. Is there any last thoughts that you'd like to share with the audience before we check out our next segment?
最後にもし一言ファンに向けて何かありましたらお願いいたします。
非常にですね自信を持って送り出すシリーズですので、ぜひ楽しんでいただければと思います。コンバットに関していろいろご意見いただいておりますが、ストーリーモードで遊んでいただければ従来のサイレントキルに近い体験で楽しめますのでよろしくお願いします。
So we would like to say that we are going to deliver this game with the utmost confidence, and so we sincerely hope that all the fans get to enjoy the game. Of course, to any people who have some concerns about what the gameplay externals will be like, again, story mode will be providing the most authentic and quintessential Silent Hill experience. So please give it a try.
Excellent stuff. Thank you so much, Okamoto-san. Thank you so much, Mr. Yang. And of course, thank you as well, Yamamoto-san. Guys, thank you so much for joining us for these insights. Silent Hill F, shaping up to be an unsettling rebirth for the series. By the way, it's available to pre-order now, and it's launching September 25th. I just cannot wait to experience the horror for myself. Now, fresh gameplay from a game about a sentient, rail-grinding school bus. And yeah, I know what you're thinking. That doesn't sound as scary as monsters, but you try saying that when one's bearing down at you at 65 miles an hour. And then more on Valor Mortis when the Xbox at Gamescom 2025 broadcast continues.
Hello, we're Undercoders, and in the studio based in Barcelona. Recently, we've been focused on developing 3D platformers, but our studio is heavily influenced by arcade classics, Japanese culture, and extreme sports games. And Dem's Attack is our dream project, a step forward for the studio combining everything we love. In Dem's Attack, you'll discover a not-so-distant future Japan in which local railways have been abandoned and are now used by underground gangs to compete in illegal contests of train acrobatics. You'll have to rack up points by chaining tricks, explore huge levels, race against rival crews, and uncover a wild story as you travel through Japan taking the railways back. We are making a game that is not just about what you do, but how you do it. It's expressive, stylish, and totally up to you. From our first trips in the late 90s, we've been obsessed by traveling across Japan by train and being able to dive into the local culture, getting to know the architecture, the landscapes, the folklore. And we're always captivated by the sheer contrast of their peaceful countryside and the high energy of its huge cities, which somehow feels connected and part of the same cultural rhythm. It's a never-ending source of inspiration that has been fueling our creative energy throughout all the years and has now materialized in Dem's Attack. On your adventure, you'll find a variety of challenges to move forward, from trip-pack arenas to compete for high scores to objective-based exploration levels and even racing circuits.
The world is packed with a bunch of unique characters from different gangs and personalities that you will have to face on your journey through Japan. And with every new challenge, you will grow as a Denshi attacker and further add to the chaos. We've handcrafted every stage from the ground up, pulling from real-world locations to make every landscape different but recognizable. You will go really fast, but if you look closely, you'll catch references to every corner of Japanese culture.
You'll be fighting wild boss battles against gang leaders, which will test everything that you've learned. These are always full of surprises. You'll never know what secret technique your rival hides, so you'll have to get creative to overcome them with your train. They're a mix of spectacle, personality, and challenge that one could expect for an anime-style showdown mid-game. Densho Tag is a love letter to anime, skate games, and Japan's iconic train system. If you like Jet Set Radio, Tony Hawk, or Densho to Go, you can't miss this train. Pun intended.
Wishlist now. We can wait to show you more.
Hey, what's up? Welcome to Densho Tag, the best game in the world.
See us.
Hello, we're Undercoders. Hello, Mr. Hello. Wishlist now. Wishlist now. We can share. Wishlist now. We can't wait to show you more.
Oh, what crazy trailer. Well, Valor Mortis surprised everyone at opening night live with its intense-looking combat, stylish historical grotesquerie, and a certain je ne sais quoi, which I believe is French for exploding a zombie's head with your pistol. But here to tell us more about Valor Mortis is game director Radoslav Bratushnik. Hi Radoslav, how are you today?
I'm great, to be honest. Thanks for having me. It's quite some exciting time right now for us because we've been working on this game for the last 2 years, and it's just amazing. The whole reception of the trailer, of the gameplay also is great, and we are very happy to be here at Gamescom and share the news about our title.
I bet it's exciting, and thank you so much for coming to talk to me and nerd about Souls. I'm really excited to dig into it. So. You did just reveal the game at Opening Night Live here at Gamescom. You've got playable demos, the booth, and things like that. It's a very exciting time. How's that been for you personally and the team?
Well, it's been great so far. I mean, I just mentioned that we put a lot of passion into it, a lot of hard work, and seeing the reactions of the players. I mean, also the genre that we are working on. It's something quite demanding and challenging to make, especially in the first-person perspective that we are working on.
I bet. We'll get onto that in just a second because I want to know more about that. But tell us about Valor Mortis. What is it and what was your development vision for it?
Sure. So Valor Mortis is our most ambitious, the biggest project in One More Level's history. It's a first-person action game, but with a strong, solid Souls-like foundations, but also with some elements of Metroidvania. So you have all the elements that players expect from this genre. So you have stamina-based combat system, checkpoints that are kind of expected also in Souls-likes. But on the other hand, you got all stuff connected to the Metroidvania. So you are unlocking some new abilities, you are able to revisit some levels and unlock some new paths, uncover some secrets. And on top of that, there is this Ghost Runner DNA. The pure action excitement is also there. A little bit slower, but it's there.
Okay, I'm very excited. I mean, I'm always glad when there is a checkpoint finally in a Souls game, and also in Ghost Runner as well. Hitting a checkpoint is always very clutch and very satisfying. So, coming back to the first-person perspective, naturally, you guys are drawing quite a lot of attention for that decision. Can you tell me a bit about why you went with that?
Well, yeah. I mean, we have this experience of creating first-person games. Both Ghost Runners were first-person games, and we thought that why not bring this genre, this Souls-like, to the first person, and how it's changed the whole perception of it. You know, it's a little bit a challenge, of course, because of in Souls-like you need to check the enemies, the animations, the behavior of the enemies. So in the first-person perspective, it's a bit tricky, but we have our own way to do it. We have a couple of features that help players understanding their surroundings and also the distance between you and the enemy. And also, I think what's very important is that in the first person, you feel way more immersed. Like you're not observing your hero from the third person. You are the hero. You feel each strike on you. You feel each dodge when you dodge the bullet by the inches. It's super intense, to be honest. And I think that what kills the genre is the stagnation, and in Valor Mortis we would like to push it forward, to push it for something new, something fresh. Fresh air for Souls-likes.
Absolutely. I mean, that makes sense. It does look very brutal, so I'm a little bit excited and also very apprehensive to try and take a bullet to the face, but I'm sure it'll be great. Now, the setting of Valor Mortis kind of reimagines a particularly brutal chapter of history set during the Napoleonic Wars as well. Can you tell us a little bit about why you went with that setting for the time and place? How did you land on that?
Sure. So for us, it was, to be honest, we were looking for a setting that is both grounded but also epic at the same time. And alternative version of 19th century and Napoleonic War specific sounds good for us because there are not many action games, if any, set in this historical period. And it all comes with our dark twist. I mean, there is the corruption that is consuming the world from the inside. We feel that it was something fresh for both for the genre, but also some historical period that is maybe not unexpected, but for sure for the action game, it's not expected.
Yeah.
For the gamers, yeah.
That makes sense. I mean, you're right. I can't think of any that are set then, so apologies if there are, but I can't think of any right now. But there are games like maybe Lies of P and Unclear Obscure we've had recently that are similar to this, but this feels like a really cool era to kind of explore and develop as well.
Yes, I agree, but there are some games in 19th century that are more set into the Victorian era, like the beginning of 19th century. So yeah, so we feel good about it. Yeah.
Nice, very cool. We were speaking a little bit backstage about obviously Ghost Runner and yourselves. You're very known for this kind of sci-fi setting, whereas again, Valor Mortis, we're going into Napoleonic 19th century. Personally, have you and the team had more fun kind of developing in a sci-fi environment, or have you really enjoyed this kind of fantasy historic time as well?
Well, I think that it's refreshing for us to change the approach right now. We created 2 titles in the cyberpunk theme, cyberpunkish setting, let's put it that way, sci-fi kind of. And now, it's more grounded, more historical, but also with this horror aspects that are visible there. And it's great. It's something fresh for us, and we feel good about it also, yeah.
Yeah, we saw some horrors for sure in the trailer. And, you know, speaking about horrors, we've got the kind of backdrop of war and the horrors that entail with that. So a very real idea of horror mixed in with other fantasy parts. But Valor Mortis looks like it leans into that for sure. And what is the idea of war that you guys are exploring here? Is it just kind of to be killed or to kill, or are you going a little deeper with the thinking in that?
Yeah, it's deeper. I mean, the horrors of war in general are the main theme for this game, but also there is more than that. We have the message in the game that there are no true winners in war because everyone loses something, either their lives or maybe their humanity. And in Valor Mortis you have this physical horror of confronting these abominations, but also you have this more psychological aspect where you are a witness of some nightmarish things that are happening during the war. You play as a soldier, as a young soldier, young British soldier who joined the Napoleon because of the ideals that that Napoleon stood for. And quite fast, our hero needs to reconsider his actions and his approach there, because there is this thing that this corruption is also touching our hero and changes him quite a bit, to be honest.
Yeah, it looked like it. Let's talk a little bit about that, because we saw some fleshy lumps and maybe some deadly mutants, and I don't think history actually included those in the Napoleonic Wars, but Valor Mortis certainly does. So can you tell us a little bit about the source of these antique abominations?
That's right. So the source of it is called Neptoglobin. It's this enigmatic essence, almost living essence that is consuming the world from the inside. And Napoleonic forces encountered this essence when they were pushing east, basically. So it works like that. When it touches anything, when it touches the human being, like the soldier, for example, they are turned into some fanatical monsters. The animals can be also turned into some twisted predators, and the ground itself is also diseased somehow. So you are fighting not only against the enemy, you are fighting against this force that is changing the world here.
Got you. Within yourself and all around you as well. That's crazy. I mean, in some of the clips we've seen, I noticed that some of your own guys, it seemed, guys in the same uniform are kind of turning on you as well. So is that kind of a battle that we'll have to deal with as well?
Unfortunately, yes. I mean, yes, you are referring to the Eternal Guard. These are the elite soldiers of the Napoleonic forces, and in our demo you also fight against one of these guys, and they are wearing the same colors, they are fighting under the same banner, but when you approach them, they will show no mercy to you. So they are elite soldiers with, they are masters of the saber, so it's like a fencing duel that you have fighting against them, and they are guarding the darkest secrets of the Napoleon, so you are able to gather some precious stuff after beating them.
Some good intel in there, nice. I love that little clip. Plenty of room for parries in there, it looks like. I can't wait to try that out. Now, speaking of parries and Souls mechanics, boss fights are obviously so intrinsic with the genre as well. And what has your team's approach been to those, taking them on in Valor Mortis?
Well, absolutely, you cannot have a Souls-like without the proper boss fights. So we designed our boss fights to be quite unique encounters, to be honest. So players need to use all their tools they are gathering. So we have this, our beloved saber. And on the left hand, because we have this dual wielding combat system, you can wield your gun or your power, let's call it that way, that we are calling transmutations. For example, you can set ablaze the enemy, and your goal is to combine all of these tools. It's the key to success, basically. So you have to shoot the weak points, you have to parry the attacks, but it's not like that we are forcing players into only one play style. You can also just, when you are Master of Saber as well, you can just use your saber and be successful too. And yes, in the demo you are encountering this boss. The guy is called General Lothair, and he is very powerful. I mean, he also got a set of tools, to be honest, like 3 guns on his back, and also this giant banner and this sword, and he can grab us and shoot us at the face with both all 3 guns.
So rude.
So he will be a challenge, and that's how we want to create these bosses, to be memorable, and and players should feel should feel pure satisfaction after beating them. Yeah.
Heck yeah, I can't wait to try it out. Can I come over and have a go at it?
Yeah.
Sick, let's do it. Radoslav, thank you so much for sharing Valor Mortis with us today. I cannot wait to check it out. And guess what? It's Xbox Play Anywhere. Yes! So there truly is no escape from the horror. I mean, I guess you could delete it, but don't do that. Sign up for the community playtest and wishlist it instead. And don't click away, because we've still got High on Life 2 to come. But for now, let's check out the gorgeous Germany City update to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024.
want to fight your way through a reimagined history or perhaps a real one, we've got you covered here. Here to tell us all about the latest update to Age of Empires 4 are World's End Principal Lead Producer Savannah Harrison and Principal Design Director Christopher Rubio. Thank you so much for being here, guys. How you doing?
Yeah, we're doing great. Hi, Charlie.
Good stuff. Like, oh, God, I think I'm good, but I need to talk on camera for a minute.
We're doing awesome. I think we're having, the show has been great. So, and it's awesome to be here to talk about the game.
Absolutely, and your booth is full every time I look at it. So fantastic reaction. So let's talk about Dynasties of the East. Let's hear a little bit more about it and what it's going to add to the Age of Empires 4 experience.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've been waiting to talk about this expansion for ages. That's not meant to be a pun. It just kind of came out.
Nice.
So I'm so excited that today's the day. I'm going to be patient for, I don't know, 15 more seconds, though, because I think it's important to say that, you know, this is a big week for Age of Empires 4 All Up. Not only have we announced the expansion, but we also announced that Age of Empires 4 is coming to PlayStation 5 on November 4th. So
how exciting.
It's so exciting, right? We're so excited to have more people able to play Age 4. So just, I don't know, just a great week. We're overjoyed.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Expanding the family.
Yes, it's always great to expand and age up.
Yeah, 100%. The puns here are ridiculous. Are you kidding me?
Don't worry, we've been practicing them. I'm sure we'll slot a few more. But Dynasties of the East is really going to be a great expansion to jump in with. It's full of content that we know people know and love. We're introducing 4 new variant civilizations, 8 maps, which are a mix of kind of very competitive focused and also a little bit more casual, a little bit more fun and quirky. So we're really excited for people to learn more about them. And then 6 new biomes, which are just breathtaking. I mean, they'll take you from the temperate fall to the Greek islands.
Those are my favorite ones so far. Absolutely love those.
Yeah,
Team did a great job.
I want a vacation in there.
Absolutely, yeah, for sure. So should we talk a little bit about the Crucible then, actually, here? So this is the new single-player mode. So Savannah, can you explain exactly, I've got loads of questions here. I'm going to try and pace it because I'm so excited. What exactly is a roguelike RTS and how does that work within the context of Age?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the Crucible, we're incredibly excited about it, right? Franchise first experience. It's going to blend not just the classic RTS gameplay that we all love, but it's also including elements of roguelite in that there are randomized objectives. So every time you play, there's something new to do. We'll probably talk a little bit more about them in a bit.
It is on my list of things to ask.
And then there are also elements of kind of hold against the horde gameplay. You're being attacked by enemy waves as you work to defend your wonder. It's also just a very customizable mode, something that, you know, footage that we're showing right now is kind of walking through the initial setup. You can go in, you can change your civilization, choose any civilization that you want.
Which has always been a great feature of Age All Up, is exactly how much you can tailor the next few hours of your life that you want to play, right?
Absolutely, right? Are you looking for a challenge? Awesome. We have a difficulty for that.
We are going to challenge you.
Are you looking to just like kick back and have a good time? This is a great mode for that because it's again, kind of each experience is a little bit different, but it's also a great mode to kind of go into, learn. You know, it's a good opportunity to experiment with some of the new civilizations and kind of pair them.
You can just have fun. It's
Yeah,
just
100%.
literally just relax, chill, but if you're more competitive, you can jump in, play some of the harder difficulties and really get that challenge. So the team did a really good job putting this one together, so we think players are going to have a lot of fun.
Yeah. And this is where like the mix of like objectives and perk points I've seen all come into play, right?
Yeah, there are a few different components. One of which is the boon system, which would have been featured in the awesome trailer that opened this segment. Boons are essentially, they're offered up periodically throughout gameplay, and they're these cards that offer special abilities. And they're meant to kind of...
Don't worry.
They're meant to... They're meant to kind of provide different opportunities for the meta to kind of push your strategy. We have over 50 boons, so
wow, okay.
There's a lot.
The big whiteboard in the office just coming up with new ones.
Oh yeah, and they have great names, so it's really worth trying to see as many of them as you can. The boon system is really interesting because some of the boons are like purely positive, right? There's one called Call of the Wild that gradually brings all of the Gaia on the map in towards your town center.
Okay.
So you're not having to go out and scout, right?
Sure, which is very precious at the beginning. You don't send them off to get the chief and bring them in.
They just come to you.
Yes.
There you go. Very
awesome.
good.
But then there are some more complex boons as well, in that they come with a really great benefit, but also a trade-off. So one that's very popular with the team right now, it's called Golden Parachute. It's a little self-explanatory,
sure.
But essentially you receive a steady stream of gold throughout the mission, but you sacrifice all of the gold mines on the map.
Wow, okay, so you get gold early, but there's actually a limited quantity. You can't go out and farm that at some point.
Yes.
Wow.
Gradually you're accruing this gold,
Just over
right?
time.
But it is a trade-off, right? It is kind of pushing how you are going to strategize and how you're going to go about playing the game. So really cool system. We also mentioned kind of objectives. Obviously, the core objective within the Crucible is to defend your wonder. You know, we have these enemy waves coming at you. They are kind of growing in intensity over time, and the main challenge is to hold out as long as you can.
Sure.
But
this is where I'd be turtling. I think I say this every year. I'm such a turtler. I have a million walls and a million people. So would that strategy work?
Look, you'd be able to protect your wonder, right?
There we go, absolutely. Objective done for me.
And then, if you're feeling especially courageous, we really incentivize going and exploring the map. So we have these optional objectives, these points of interest. So you might be wandering the map and see something like a crop circle. You might be wandering the map and see a coliseum that is defended by a champion unit, and if you defeat that unit, they actually come over and join your forces. So it's really worth being
beneficial to maybe step away from the walls a little bit and exploring.
Just for a little bit. I promise you can go back to turtling.
Thank you so much, Savannah. I appreciate that. Wonderful. Now, the thing I really wanted to talk about was these 4 new variant civilizations. I don't know how much time we have to talk about all of them, but I know we've got, well, as I say, 4 that we can talk about. So can we maybe focus on the Golden Hordes?
Absolutely.
That one looks like my favorite.
The Golden Horde they're actually right now one of my favorite. And I don't like to play favorites in the game because there's so many great civilizations. We do have the Golden Horde. We have the Sengoku Daimyo. We have the Tughiluk Dynasty, and we have the Macedonians. But the Golden Horde, much like every civilization in Age of Empires 4, was inspired through history, right? So. Unlike the baseline Mongol Civ, the Golden Horde is all about conquest and rapid gameplay. So they produce units very quickly, and they sacrifice the mobility which the mainline has. That mobility being able to pack up structures and move around the map very quickly. The Golden Horde does not do that. At the center of the Golden Horde is the Golden Tents. Here's where players manage basically their age-up process. There's a lot of really fun and unique, I should say, upgrades and technologies that they can get as they age up, which gives the Golden Horde player a lot of flexibility in managing the tactical managing their tactical play in the battlefield in itself. So a lot of great stuff there. They also have all of our civs. I should say every variant civ has unique units, structures, and technologies. It's not
elephants.
And there are elephants in the game, which we associate that's back to the Tughiluk Dynasty. But there's a lot of really cool things. One of the things that I love about the Golden Horde are the fact that they can build palisades onto the battlefield.
Beautiful.
The baseline Mongols cannot do that. In addition, they also have fortified outposts, some more powerful units. They also bring the mighty Batu Khan onto the battlefield. Again, they have these Torgut units that are heavy melee or heavy cavalry that they bring on. There's a lot of really cool synergy between the units and how they play on the battlefield. So there's a lot of great stuff that players can take advantage of. And again, basically, it all comes back to one of our core pillars in Age 4, which is there's a lot of asymmetry in how this civilization is played, and our teams have done a fantastic job of maintaining that. Now that I think we'll be at 22 civs with the release of this DLC, and that's a lot to maintain.
And as you say, have that different sort of play style. And that's actually one of the core things about each civ is that when we go to design them, it's how are these civs going to play? How are they different when they're brought onto the battlefield? And I give the teams a lot of. I give them a lot of, I poke at them a lot, like, how are we going to make them feel fun, right? The most important thing, are they fun? Are they different? And
and that's really it. But we got 4 civs in this, and it's going to be, I think players are going to have a great time. So.
Wonderful. Savannah, I have to ask, do you have a favorite civ from the new variants?
Oh my goodness. I am quite partial to the Sengoku Daimyo, but you brought up elephants.
Yeah.
I do have to mention the Tugluk Dynasty. There are 3 new elephant units.
3? You're treating us. Wowzers.
And one of them is my favorite unit with this expansion. It's the Worker Elephant. And essentially, he works as a mobile drop-off point.
Beautiful.
So really great for managing your economy. And I mean, he's just the best.
Love it. Thanks so much. Well, I suppose I have to ask now, is there anything else that you can share? I wish you could stay here forever, but I think if there's some final words you wanted to pass on.
Yeah. I mean, for those of you who are at Gamescom, we have a booth set up. We have the demo here. We'd love for you to swing by. You'll have the opportunity to play the Crucible. You'll have the opportunity to check out the Tugluk Dynasty as well as the Macedonian Dynasty. So we'd love to say hello. We've also got our design director from Relic Entertainment, Zach Robinson, with us. So
he'd love to say hi.
He'd love to say hi. And then for those of you who aren't at Gamescom, we have a lot of information on our website, ageofempires.com. You can actually find 4 civ pages that kind of go into specific detail about these 4 civilizations.
Beautiful.
It's awesome. Just a really good read. Grab a coffee and sit back with it. And then obviously, Dynasties of the East is available for pre-order today on your storefront of choice. So you can learn more about it there as well. And we also just want to give a huge thank you to our community. Our players are so passionate and dedicated, and obviously this is content that we've made for them, and we can't wait to hear more of what they think about Dynasties of the East. We can't wait to see more people play it. So I'm just thrilled.
Yeah, I want to add on that, what Savannah's saying about the players, that we have teams. We have Relic Entertainment, Forgotten Empires, Climax Studios. These teams are incredibly passionate about building on the greatness that is Age 4, continuing to make it better, more fun. What are new types of modes and experiences that we can add that players haven't seen before? So these teams are, I gotta tell everybody, they are really passionate. They want to make the best Age 4 possible out there. So, and again, we got teams here. They would love to talk to fans and players and show off all the greatness that we have in Dynasties of the East.
Beautiful. And based on the reaction alone from this news, I think the fans feel that too. It's been so good to talk to you both. Amazing to hear more, especially about the Elephant, Savannah, and I cannot wait to play myself. So, real-time strategy fans, remember, you can pre-order Dynasties of the East now for 15% off. Didn't say that before, but there you go. Fun fact. So hurry back or just open another tab or something.
First one I played was Age of Empires 2.
But first, a new chapter for My Hero Academia. Let's get scholastic.
I fight.
Age of Mythology wasn't very good.
But still, I also can't pretend I didn't see you crying in there!
With the greatest roster of heroes and villains to ever clash, are you ready for one last smash?
To protect everyone! I can do it now!
Okay, let's go.
Let's go all out!
Enter the fray in teams of 3. Victory is achieved when you eliminate all 3 members of the opposing team. Freely switch between characters. Strategic character switching can counter your opponents and create new opportunities for you.
I kept meaning to play Age of Empires 4 to try it out when I had Xbox Game Pass, and now I don't anymore, so I can't.
Into offense. With normal controls, even beginners can pull off impressive combos with simplified controls.
Destroy everything, that's all.
Master the 4 core actions. Target combo. Counter-attack.
My favorite out of any of the series like it, though, is Rise of Nations. I wish they would make an updated version of it. It'd be so freaking awesome.
And timing. Outsmart your opponent and target openings to unleash devastating combos. If your opponent gets the upper hand, use evade action or counter crash to escape from
That's
danger.
part of the reason why it's hard for me to get into any of the other Age of Empires.
Stop this!
Experience a diverse range of quirk skills only possible in My Hero Academia. Mix and match your team's 3 quirks to find synergies and add depth to your tactics and strategies. Unleash the devastating power of Plus Ultra moves. If you coordinate your abilities, You can unleash a collaborative plus ultra combo with all 3 characters. Forge a devastating technique where quirks collide, guaranteeing massive damage.
We'll blast through to your main body! Come on, guys!
Fill your gauge to activate a character enhancement, rising during battle. While active, your attack power, movement speed, and recovery speed are all enhanced for you to gain
Massive
momentum.
damage.
Plus, if you're down to your last character, you'll automatically start in Rising State. It's the ultimate
Rise of
card
Nations
for
was
turning
just
the
so
tables when
good.
you're
It
cornered,
like
allowing you to snatch
it
victory
just
from
makes
the
it
brink
really
of
hard to
defeat.
go back to like
All the
only
power
being in the
you've built up,
medieval
all
time
the
period.
justice you hold. Everything is finally here. Experience the true potential of each character's quirk in its final form.
You're not going anywhere. I'll fill you full of holes.
Oh,
Whatever it
yeah,
takes.
you full of holes.
I won't let anyone be hurt again.
My Hero Academia, all's justice. Wishlist now.
I love how it's no
Well,
longer
that was a look at
pre-order.
the
Everything
battle
is
system
wish
in My
list
Hero
now.
Academia All's Justice, and before that, we got a lovely overview of Age of Empires 4 Dynasties of the East. And I think so far at Gamescom we've had some world premieres, some surprise sequels, some updates, some interviews, and enough gameplay demos to drive any gamer silly. But you know what? I think we should keep things that way with
It's
the
fine. It doesn't
silliest
cost
FPS series
anything.
ever made, High on Life.
I mean, if you thought the original Henry, High on Life, was a wild, drug-fueled fever dream, then the sequel is here to double down and crank it to 11, I hear. The announcement trailer dropped back in June during the Xbox Game Showcase. We got a trailer breakdown, and now we know you're not the hero anymore. Wow, you're skateboarding through alien worlds, and the galaxy hates your guts, but what's new? I mean, it's weird, it's wild, and it's so Squanch. Joining us are Matty and Mikey from Squanch Games to spill even more juicy details. Matty, Mikey, welcome me.
Thank you.
High on Life
Great to have you guys. Now, how are you
Oh,
doing? How's your
dear.
Gamescom been so far?
It's been awesome. Yeah, it's a lot of nerves coming for the first time and seeing if people are actually going to like it. And I've been so nervous.
Did
and
you
our first
see
play
the
session went
the
really well,
announcements
and
for
then it was premiere,
the
all
Warcraft
positive.
Amazing.
expansion?
Big
Been really
release.
sweaty.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get used to it. No, you don't.
Yeah.
No.
I'm not even gonna bother.
Maddie and I are competing. Who can sweat more?
Oh, nice. Who's
Let
winning
me in
so
on
far?
that, yeah. Les guys.
Easily.
Okay, so let's start with the basics, guys. Mikey,
Oh, I
walk us
remember
through
this.
the
This is
events that
miserable.
set up the sequel here and what we can expect from
Dude,
those
it
big
was so
bad
funny.
bosses this time.
Everyone was looking at it and
So,
they're like,
in the
dude,
sequel, in the
why
end of
does
the
this
first game,
CG
you've beaten the
version
Ethan
of
cartel,
Lady Leandrin
the
look
big,
worse
fleshy,
than
weird guy
the
at the end. He's kind of
in-game?
the leader of it. You destroyed him.
And it was
cartel's
because
falling
they
apart.
tried to
So you're
wokeify
this famous bounty
Leandrin.
hunter. Everybody knows who you are.
They gave her
and
like a
you're kind of
male
this- kind of being
jawline.
A famed kind of jerk, you know what I mean? Just doing like fame jerk stuff. I don't know how to say it without cursing, but you know what I mean. So anyway, you're living high, right? And you get a bounty, and the bounty is your sister Lizzie from the first game, because while you've been famous and living it up, your sister, she's been kind of fighting the good fight for humans still, because humans still really aren't accepted in the galaxy yet, right? And so in that process, you realize, hey, this is a really high bounty on my sister. I better get there first so that she doesn't get killed, right? And so in doing that, you end up on the other side of the law by protecting your sister. You've killed a bounty hunter, you've broken the bounty hunter code, and now all the bounty hunters are after you. You're a wanted criminal, and it's very different to be the bad guy this time.
Kind of sounds like it is our fault and we deserve it in a way.
Oh no, it's
Yeah.
humans suck. I mean, you know, I feel like humans know that more than anybody else. Yeah.
That's fair. Do you guys prefer being the antagonist or protagonist day-to-day gaming stuff? What do you think out of those kind of storylines?
I mean, it's all made up anyway, I think. So it's kind of like maybe that's an antagonist behavior, right? It's
Yeah.
like the rules mean nothing, right?
Yeah.
You know?
We very specifically try not to put much personality into the character at all. So the stuff that's happening around you might make you feel like you're the antagonist or the protagonist.
No, this
but really
is,
how you feel when you're playing, you're not being told how to feel, right? You're just feeling
Something
it yourself. Very
life?
quiet,
I don't
very
know.
Half-Life 2,
It
you know,
sounds
the whole
stupid.
like stoic Gordon, like non-speaking character, and that way The
It's like
guns
a
are kinda
bad,
like your conscience, and depending on which one you have out, they're
I don't
kinda
know, it
playing
looks
as
like a
the protagonist
bad,
or the antagonist. And so it's not really it's really down
Sunset
to you yourself
Overdrive.
how you feel.
We'll definitely get into the Gatlians in a bit, but I want to talk about something that's a bit new, because lately in gaming we've kind of been going through this skateboarding renaissance period, and High on Life 2 is getting involved in the action. So how mad can we really get with this thing?
It is core to the game. It's replaced our sprint. So initially we had it
He's
as
like,
a power
"Eh."
up, and we found
Sigh.
it so fun that we kept saying, well, what if we
Don't
use
waste
it
your
here? What if we
time
use
on it,
here? And we
guys.
kept going to the point where we were like, let's just replace sprint with it. And doing that meant we had to really polish it and make it feel fluid. And so once we got that right, it's like, I can't imagine the game without it now. I can't believe we had a game that didn't have the skateboarding in it. It's so perfect. It's great.
Yeah, our design director, Eric, he went back and played the first game, and he was like, it's like moving through molasses.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. It's a really cool addition, and you know, we're gonna keep tuning it till the game comes out, but I feel like it's already in a really fun space.
Awesome. Let's talk about the Gatlians a bit then. Who's going to be back in the game, and we're going to get some new friends as well?
Absolutely, yeah. We're so almost all of the original from the first game are back. So we got Sweezy, we got Gus. You'll see them in the demo. Sweezy played by Betsy Sidaro, Gus played by JB Smooth, the Inimitable, right? And you're also getting a new gun in the demo whose name is Sheath, and he's played by
Ralph Einstein. I heard
Ralph
him say it.
No way.
Ralph Einstein. That's how
Ralph
he says
Einstein.
Is
He
it?
says it like
He
that.
says it like that?
Oh, I have said it to his face incorrectly.
We had
That's probably
big,
why I hate
we had a big debate about it, and then we looked it up, and
Okay.
our producer Bex was like,
Yeah,
no,
Arbex.
it's Einstein. Arbex.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also
not you.
WX.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's their sheet.
So
that's
ugly,
Ralph
man.
No
Oh,
way.
that-
What an icon.
Like, why would I want?
His voice is
No,
so
man.
funny,
Why would I
too.
Yeah.
want a
If
weapon
anyone
like
was
that?
gonna
Look
be
at the
a
knife.
his
Like,
voice
I don't
embodies it.
want
I-
Yeah,
that.
well,
Well
he's
done.
a battle rifle. He's basically
Oh my
like
God.
battle rifle from Halo.
Yeah.
And in the demo, you'll see that he's not a Gatlian. What's happening there is you actually pretty much kill him in a boss fight, and he has the same target that you're pursuing, so he
Right.
tells you how to save his head. And so his gun is like a life support system, and there's a whole scene where you're performing surgery to remove his head and attach it to his gun.
God.
It's in the demo.
Yeah.
That sounds
Oh
sick.
man, really?
Not in
Actually
the demo, but like Preacher Tim Robinson is also
Preacher's
back.
back,
Knife
yeah.
It's called High
I recorded
on
with
Life.
him last week. It was amazing.
Yeah,
I
these
loved
guys
it.
were high
Can
as
you please
fuck
tell him
when
how
they
much I
made
love
this
him?
I will
game.
tell.
I will use this opportunity. I freaking love. I think you
He's
should leave.
the sweetest
Obviously,
man. He's
Give
just
him
a
one from
wonderful
me,
man.
no?
Yeah,
you
he's-
stop that. I'm so jealous. Can I become producer Bex with you guys? Okay, we'll swap places.
No, we've got a job to do here. Come on.
Okay, fine. Well, I do have one more suggestion, maybe for a new gun. Have you guys ever thought of like a chainsaw thing? Because I could do it for you if you want to go like.
Oh, yeah, no, we actually, in our DLC, we had a knifey-focused DLC, and one of the first things that we did in it is give him a chainsaw.
Hell yeah.
So he's basically a chainsaw knife, and you could even use the chainsaw to sort of climb walls and stuff. I don't know if you guys ever played Duck Game, but you know, you can use
Okay.
the
Oh
chainsaw
my
to
gosh.
kind of ride up walls.
Yeah.
We had that in the DLC, so we had all these weird little paths you could ride around.
I need to go back and check it out.
Yeah.
It was like an early iteration of the skateboard, right? As
Yeah.
soon as we started moving fast like that, I feel like you guys were like, oh, we gotta get
Yeah.
a skateboard in
Yeah, the
this thing.
skateboard is
Yeah.
like next level chainsaw riding.
Very cool.
That sounds sick. We touched on it a tiny bit, but let's talk about boss fights, please. I mean, we've got a little bit of something that you kind of talked about there, and we might have showed it off, but can we talk about, or can we maybe see what you were just talking about? Let's take a look, shall we?
Yes.
From the inside.
Control yourself. What's gotten into you?
Wait, he actually talks to me?
You'll never catch me. I'm inside you.
Ah, this is very.
Oh my God! Thank you so much. Okay, we gotta stop Muppy Doo. He's in your inventory. Let me fix this up real quick so you can go after him.
This is so strange, man.
I got free reign of your suit.
Oh no, Muppy Doo went into your inventory. Follow him quick. Oh man, he messed things up pretty bad already. He can't navigate the menus like normal anymore. Hey, here, use me. Pseudo time. I can be a weapon too. Punch out, Pseudo. Let's fuck shit up. Come on, he's in the inventory. He's getting his nasty hands all over all our precious stuff. You gotta squish him or something.
I'm touching all the circuitry in here. What are you gonna do about it? Ah! Ow! Leave North alone, please.
Ow! Come on! Hit Muppy, not me! Ow!
Ow! Leave me alone! Ha ha! Try harder.
Ouch! Ouch! How am I getting hurt? Is this really me?
Ah, God damn it!
Just make it stop! Make it...
Ow! Ow! All right, fine. Fine! I'm done here anyway. I'll mess up the stuff that really matters. Yoo-hoo!
Oh no, he went into the system tab.
Oh man, I know. Games are getting better every year. No, they're not.
You'll never stop the mighty Muppy! Ow! Stop it! All right, fine. Gotta find a new spot.
Stuff in here where you can accidentally punch stuff. You can get knocked out of the menu or change settings accidentally. It's really fun.
So meta. I love it. Oh my god.
So meta.
Not the best part yet, though.
Yeah.
Look at this.
I heard you guys haven't seen it yet, so.
Yeah,
No,
it's,
yeah.
it's very cool, honestly. I don't know how you guys get much done with like all the voice talent you get access to. Like, it's just like a who's who of all the funniest people, like in gaming, in animation, and everything. It's so sick.
Richard Kind's performance in Muppy is just incredible.
Yeah, Richard Kind, amazing. So here you can see
Oh no.
Richard, Muppy Doo has broken into your BIOS, and so you're chasing him down into the BIOS of your suit. And so there's some of Pseudo's fan fiction he was working
I'm like, maybe we should pause it and just do like a dramatic reading.
I really wanted to, please.
So
This is Henry and I's audition for Gatlin.
Come on.
So here he is messing with some of your sliders to make your bullet damage less, or changing the composition of your oxygen. And you have to kind of hit him with the slider.
This is one of my favorite right here, where he jumps on it. This is like
where
my
he
favorite.
rides it.
When he rides it, yeah, right there.
It's so cute yet so annoying at the same time. Like, come on, just stop. But also pretty funny.
So if you saw in that build up there, Muppy has this shrinking technology, and so he has this fanny pack on, and it's full of his like Secret Service agents.
Right.
And so in the fight just before this, he's throwing handfuls of
see you
Secret
later.
Service at you to fight, and then you beat him, and he runs up your arm and into your suit, and so that's what's happening here. So now he's forcing you to reset all your suit settings. And there's no way around it. And
Watching people play the game this week, where they're like, they actually are like, should I? Like, do I?
Yeah.
Like, is this for real? You know?
Oh my god.
That's so
So
fun.
you're the one that actually has to make that choice as well. It's not like staged. Oh, you guys are sick.
He's like doing a deep dive into your BIOS to the point where he's found something else, and that's what you're about to see here.
Okay, cool. Let's see.
Very exciting.
Wait, BibleAdventures.rom? Wait. No.
See you, man.
No. You are kidding me.
Fully playable, all three.
Oh my god.
You are joking. Bible Adventures game inside the game.
You know,
game in the game.
We had the movies in the first one. We were like, what do we do next, right?
Oh my god, look at that.
And this
Yeah,
is
you actually play it, and one of our newer employees, someone I've known for a long time, had great connections and was able to get us licenses for a bunch of ROMs that are actually playable in the game, like fully playable, not just for little moments like this. You can actually collect little JAMA boards for cabinets and stuff. It's really cool.
That's so
I'm
sick.
slightly concerned now because I really suck at platformers. So.
Oh no, this is meant to suck. This part right here.
Okay, good. All right, I won't feel too bad about how bad I am.
This is terrible. But that's what makes it so fun. It was my first choice when we talked about like licensing some of these older games, and I was like, my dream is Bible Adventures. I know it's never gonna happen, but that's my dream. And he found it, he got it, and here it is, and it actually it's amazing. I feel so lucky to have the team that we have, that I can say I want Bible Adventures, and we get Bible Adventures.
I'm going to tear up. I'm so happy for
It's
you.
so
Your
cool,
dream
living the
realized.
dream, I know.
I am, but I also think we need to get you some bigger dreams than Bible Adventures.
No, there is no a terrible video game based on the Bible is like the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
That's
It's so
painful.
funny, yeah,
That's
and
the
it
Bible.
sucks to play. It sucks so bad to play. It's great.
Amazing.
And so now you can see here, you make it back in your suit,
Oh,
and it's trying to boot up.
見てごらん
And all the only assets that Pseudo could put together for you to help visualize where Muppy is in your suit, he pulled some sprites out of the Bible Adventure game. And so now you'll see on the bottom row there, Muppy is trying to get up to Pseudo, who's up there at the top.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
And so Knifey, of course, is really excited because he just loves stabbing everything. And so he pitches the idea that you might accidentally stab yourself, but he can help you stab Muppy as he's trying to get to Pseudo.
Gotcha.
So, and you definitely stab yourself a lot.
Oh my god. Yeah, this looks tricky.
Knifey is ecstatic.
Nice, another hit. Looking good.
He's been waiting for that for sure.
Yeah, yeah, he's
After a
very
long time
excited.
coming.
Yeah, that one you don't have a choice. He pitches the idea and you're like, I guess we just gotta do
Gotta
it.
go with it.
Yeah.
無駄な時間を過ご
It's
すの
very
はここ
funny.
ま
And
で
this
よ
is the end of the demo here. After this, you know, not to spoil it, you stab yourself to the point where you're not, I don't want to say dead, but you're hurt.
You're not in a good way,
You're not
yeah.
in a good way. And that's the way we try to end all of these in an unexpected way where the player kind of loses, but doesn't really lose.
Yep.
And so we kind of have this recurring theme of you just getting your butt kicked. I don't know what you say on here, but yeah, like you're not this perfect character.
Yeah.
Right? You make mistakes, you do stupid stuff, and I think it's really cool.
Yeah, like stab yourself in the face.
Like stab yourself in the
Multiple
face
times.
to fight a little guy.
Yeah. I think it's definitely the first game ever to try and do that for me. So,
Yeah.
yeah, you're setting records at least.
And in the demo too, I don't know if many people have found it yet, but there's an area called MurderCon where it's kind of like a laser tag arena. Right before you go in there, there's
Sick.
a Radical Rex arcade cabinet where you can fully play. I don't know if you guys remember the old skateboarding game, Radical Rex. You're like a little dinosaur on a skateboard.
Oh my god, no.
Also very hard to play, but
Yeah.
it's in there and it's really funny. Yeah.
I'm into it. Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah, that was right up your alley.
I'm going to seek that out for sure. Well, on that very bizarre bombshell, why don't you take us through some of those new biomes then and some of the new environments in the trailer? They're all just so wild, but what are some of your guys' favorites?
It's hard to choose. I really do love all of them. My lead artist is right over here.
Oh,
and
yeah.
He's absolutely indispensable for getting all this stuff working. And so usually I'll pitch a crazy idea. This time around, I wanted to go cleaner, more like Sid Mead style, sci-fi, Blade Runner kind of vibe.
Cool.
So we pushed in a direction of these big, clean, white structures as the hub. And to offset that, it's a big ring. And on the bottom is a city. If you look up, it's a big, like, beautiful tropical harbor. You can go up there, and then that area is all tropical, bamboo, a lot of fun colors, and so it's kind of a nice contrast. And then outside of the hub, there's a bunch of areas that I won't spoil. And unfortunately, one of those is my favorite one. But it's crazy, it's awesome. But genuinely, the art team is so good. Like, it's just, everything looks amazing in there.
Yeah, I mean, so in the demo, you're actually on a planet of conventions. Like, I don't know how much we dug into that, but so maybe like the favorite convention that we have in there is like the Hall H-Con is still like my absolute.
Oh, it's so funny.
It's so stupid.
Yeah.
And the Pool Con is really good.
Pool, yeah. So there's like, you know, you're skateboarding, and so we had the pool convention, and then the rail convention, and they get in a car accident. So you have pools and rails that you're skating on to do some of the traversal throughout the game. It's really funny.
Hell yeah.
That's like, how fitting that we're speaking about it at GameStop.
It's funny
Look at
because
this.
I did not think about that, and someone was playing and was like, "It's so cool that you guys did that." And so,
Yeah, but
Yes.
you did it just for GameStop.
we totally did it on purpose. We totally did it on purpose.
Locked in.
Very nice. I would just love to sit in your guys' like writing room or art room, be a fly on the wall, and just see what the heck you guys are up to.
Oh yeah, I mean, most of the stuff is like, wouldn't it be funny if we did this? We can't do it, but wouldn't it be funny? And then we're like, actually, we probably can do it, and then we end up doing it. That's literally our whole writer's process.
That
You know?
sounds-
And then we have amazing writers that take these dumb ideas and actually write them in a funny way that makes sense. So we're very lucky to have the team that we have.
I bet.
Yeah.
Speaking of dumb ideas, some of our favorite parts from the first game as a team we freaking love the ads that you guys make.
Yes.
Our favorite one, probably, our most quoted anyway, was
Oh, yeah.
the guy, I can't remember what it was for, but he's like, help me, help me.
Yeah, the guy with the
Help
peas and he's on the ground.
He does it,
Yeah, I love that guy. It's so funny.
The avoidable void, I love it so much.
Yeah, he's very funny.
Can we expect some of those in High on Life too? Some new ones?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
many. I mean, we're trying, the goal with the sequel is to take everything that worked and just like do so much more of it. So
Yeah.
we already have a ton of, it's such a good excuse for us to work with. We have a bunch of people working on the commercials internally, but for artists and animators that we really dig, that we like don't see on Instagram or just see on TV, it's our opportunity to like work with people outside as well, right? And just like bring them in. And so we have a bunch of those going right now. And we've also, along with the license of the games, Ben, our biz dev director, was also like, hey, I can get like 10 80s and 90s commercials for like these weird games as well from Pico. Like, what do you think about that? And we're like, okay, like our game is 100 gigs right now, but like,
Bring
sure,
it.
yeah,
Pile it up. It's already too big. Add it on. Who cares?
Why stop?
Yeah, exactly.
I love that. I hear you might have a little bit of an example to show.
we
Shall
do.
we take
And
a
honestly, I haven't seen this one in a while, and I remember it being funny. I hope it's still funny.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
It's definitely weird and cool. And so this one was done by Brian Weissall, who I don't know if you guys are familiar. He is the creator of a show called Hot Streets on Adult Swim's really funny show. He's so funny. We brought him on as a writer not long ago, but he is also a hilarious animator.
Yeah.
And so we just kind of put him in a corner, and he just comes up with this really weird, funny stuff. So that's what this is. One of Brian's animations. It's really funny.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Yeah, let's have a look.
The Dangerfields are ready to debate.
I tell you, I'm Rodney Dangerfield. I tell you, I don't get no respect.
Hey, don't listen to him. I'm Rodney Dangerfield. Hey, give him some respect.
Yeah, I should get some respect because I don't get none. Because this guy over here is claiming to be me, Rodney Dangerfield.
Hey, you know I'm the real Rodney Dangerfield because I don't want no respect. I'd be nothing with respect.
This fraud over here doesn't get it. He thinks we don't want respect. Rodney Dangerfield does want respect, and he's mad because he don't get none.
All right, if you think Rodney Dangerfield doesn't want respect, so we can continue in the spirit of Rodney Dangerfield, vote for me, the real Rodney Dangerfield.
Vote for me in the upcoming election for Best Dangerfield.
Take the shot. Blow his brains out. He's the fake Rodney
Shoot
Dangerfield.
me, not him. I'm the real Rodney.
Shoot me, because I get no respect.
No, shoot me, because I'm the real Rodney Dangerfield.
Hey, which one of you guys is the real Rodney Dangerfield?
I tell you. I tell you.
So that's the caliber of comedy we can expect.
What the hell's wrong with you guys?
So much.
That's the highest praise, honestly.
Yeah.
And like, it's just dry and weird and unexpected, and like, that's just one of a lot. We have a lot of really weird, funny stuff in there.
Yeah, best review we got so far was, I mean this in the best way possible, but it's so stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that just like warms my heart.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Like you said, being in that writer's room, just seeing, like, how do you even know what's the good stuff, what fits, when it is all just kind of zany and out there, and you'd think, like, just chuck it in.
Yeah, you know, a lot of us have really similar tastes, and so we'll have an idea or a spot we need to fill, and we think we know what it's going to be, so we start jamming on like, oh, it's going to be this, and then someone will say something a little bit off, and we're like, let's follow that, and then we just end up in a totally different place, but at the end of it, we're all like, that's great, and we don't really stop until everybody is invested, because they then have to go and actually put it on paper, cast the people to do it, and if they're not on board, then it's not going to be funny, right? So we just kind of jam in a room with terrible ideas, and the writers are so funny that they can make anything work, right? So like two Dangerfields, like, and honestly, that's just in the background. It's not even like a major thing. There's so many of those, and people are going to be finding stuff forever in this game.
Yeah, it's really hard because, you know, we get so close to the jokes too, and like you know, you hear a joke like twice and you're like, ugh, like come on, what, like this isn't funny anymore. And so like even coming here, we're like watching people laugh and we're like, oh, before we're like, we're the worst, we're not good at this, and now we're like, we're geniuses. Like,
we planned this the whole time.
Yeah.
Great ego boost.
Hell yeah. It's just a lot of trust in the team. Let them do their thing because, you know, I'm not the best writer. I'm not the best programmer, right? So I'm not going to even try. It's like just let the writers do their thing. We're going to jam out an idea. Writers are going to do it way better than I could, and then it's funnier. It's better than anything I was picturing in my head. So, and a lot of even gameplay concepts come from writers in that room, and then we end up turning them into like a feature in the game. Like, I'm pretty sure that Muppy-Doo fight in the UI was just a random joke we had in a writer's room that ended up turning into a real thing.
Yeah, we have a lot of the same talent too that stayed on from High on Life 1, so everybody gets it, right? We know what we're building. Now it's just like keep going.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and in terms of like the caliber of our writers, you're a Tim Robinson fan, so you probably saw the little egg game. So our narrative director is the one who made that game. He's the guy who made the Tim Robinson from I Think You Should Leave a Little Egg game. So like that vibe of like little weird stupid games, that's like everywhere in the game. Yeah. That's kind of just the DNA of everything that we do.
I can't wait to find all of the little hidden pieces like you're saying and watch all of the ads. I'll take that challenge.
I'm going to have to block out a lot of time to do all of that.
Yeah.
Right, enough yapping though. It's time for our favorite question, Bex. When can we play this game?
Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th.
February.
Of what year? 2026.
Excellent.
No, just kidding. We're not going to slip.
He's like,
we're not
7,
going to slip.
8, 9, 10.
February 13th, 2026.
Yeah.
Come out.
Hell
yeah.
Whether it's done or not, it'll be done.
Yeah, it'll be done.
It's going to be done. You're going to get it done.
It's going to be good. We have an amazing team. It's going to be amazing.
Hell yeah. We really can't wait to play it, honestly. Matty, Mikey, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having us. Yeah, thanks for just letting us say dumb stuff.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah.
Oh, well, I asked you several times to change that line, but that's fine.
Sorry.
Well, Bex is clearly High on Life, and on February 13th, you could get High on Life 2. The game.
Not bad.
Very nice.
Yeah, all right. Write it down.
Professional.
You can say that one. Now, remember though, the important thing is that you can wishlist the game right now on Xbox and PC. And here's the best part. It's Xbox Play Anywhere, and it's going to be available day one on Game Pass. And yesterday, we talked about the Order of Giants DLC and how Indiana Jones is afraid of snakes. So naturally, we want day two to be even more epic than day one. So why don't we finish strong with a trailer for a game about a guy who's not afraid of snakes so hard that he eats them for breakfast.
Why'd you defect?
I didn't. I'm loyal to the end, to my purpose.
Snake, I know how you're feeling. It's hard for me to believe, too, that a legendary hero like the boss would go over to the Russians. She'd double-cross us like this.
We will use the legacy to heal that rift and make the world whole again. To do this, we need strength, an unstoppable trump card with enough power to bring order to the world.
Do you love her?
No, nothing like that.
Do you hate her?
For 10 years, we lived and died together. You couldn't possibly understand.
And you think you can kill her now?
Hey, don't you go getting any funny ideas.
We can't leave yet. I've still got one last job to do.
She's at the lake. She's waiting for you there.
We were together for 10 years, and now you tell me she's my enemy.
What about you, Jack? What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country or loyalty to me? Your country or your old mentor? The mission or your beliefs? Your duty to your unit or your personal feelings? You don't know the truth yet. But sooner or later you'll have to choose. I don't expect you to forgive me.
You've got to do it, Snake. She's your enemy and your objective.
You're a soldier. Finish your mission. Prove your loyalty. I've been waiting, Snake. Waiting for your birth, your growth, and the finality of today.
Oh, I can hardly believe it, guys. It's another Gamescom done.
Boo! I want it to be forever.
There's so much going on at these things. What was everyone's favourite bit? Charlie?
Ooh, I'm going to say Age of Empires. It's always Age of Empires and will continue for forever be Age of Empires if I can have it that way. Benny, what about you?
I've got to go World of Warcraft. Like, as a 14-year-old, I was playing that game 12 hours a day, and getting to do that on this stage was amazing. What about you, Bex?
I mean, everything was so much fun, but Henry, come on, High on Life 2 was so good.
That was wild.
Guys are mental. It was great. What about you, Henry, though?
Obviously it's getting some demo time with the ROG Xbox Ally. I mean, it looks so good. Such a sleek device. It just performs so quickly. It was a lot of fun getting that demo. And we also learned about the release date, October 16th.
Yes.
Super soon, guys. Super soon. Yeah.
Nearly there.
Can't wait. And of course, that's only really scratching the surface of what we did.
Absolutely. I mean, just today here in Cologne, we saw the Outer Worlds 2, Age of Empires 4, Metal Gear Solid Delta, Snake Eater, and Fates, and Onimusha Way of the Sword, Ninja Gaiden 4, and that was just today. Oh my gosh. Yesterday we had a new Indiana Jones expansion, more on Double Fine's new game Keeper, Dying Light the Beast, Rogue Prince of Persia, Lego Voyagers, and all new detail on the latest Call of Duty Black Ops installment, plus major updates to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 and World of Warcraft.
Okay. Well done, Bex. Good work. Take a breath. Every year at Gamescom, it does get better, though. And it couldn't happen without the collective excitement of hundreds of thousands of people here in Germany and you, the millions tuning in around the globe. In 2 days, we unpacked dozens of games, more than 20 of which you can play with Game Pass, and more than 30 are Xbox Play Anywhere.
Oh, perfect candidates then for the new Xbox Ally or the ROG Xbox Ally X, which are the first ever Xbox handhelds, and they're set to release on October 16th.
Yes.
That's it for us though, guys. Thanks so much for joining Team Xbox On for our coverage of Gamescom 2025.
Time to pack up, fly home, and start downloading some games. Thanks so much, everyone, and we'll see you next year.
Bye!
Alright, I'm back, guys.
Industry events like the game.
Alright, what am I gonna do here? I think we pull her out and instead go with this. I think that's what we do. The problem is I don't know if I have heals. Actually, yeah, I kind of need to keep her because I need the heals. And then just put that on the bottom. Let's go with that. Okay, we're gonna be doing 9. Alright. So we need you first. We can skip this because this isn't gonna work. We can go with this. Like this. Okay. So you, and you. Put you here. Put you here. Put you here. Put you down here. Put you here. Like that. And that should be good.
受けてごらん。すぐに治療を。いや。ちょっとあんた、どこ見てるのよ。は？バグ？興味深い。あれれ？ 見えました。剣の進むべき道が。
Okay. So now this, we want to go with this. We want this. And we want the new ability here. All right.
ロックオン私からは逃げられませんよ。
Ooh, okay. Okay. Still this. Still this. I don't know if we want to do that. I don't think so. This is that, and then this will be this one. Not much. Okay. So now this, back to this, back to this, back to this, And we're gonna do, how many turns is it? 3 turns. I'm gonna do this, and then back to this. That should work. Okay. This. Hold off a turn. Hold off a turn. And do this. Shit. Let's hold off on... We're not doing much damage here. Let's just try and bubble everyone and save. Oh, it still took her out. I don't think there's anything I can do to fix that. I don't think this is gonna help. Okay. Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to live with it. Yeah, damn. Let me retry one more time. Yeah, it's an aura to myself, so... Okay, yeah, there's nothing I can do. Which unfortunately means that this next attack that I've been building up to is not going to do much. Okay. Why not use that, and then use this. Go. We lost a lot of DPS there. That sucks. Alright, let's go. You? You. Okay. Oh man, we don't have like anything. Yeah, we're gonna have to go with this.
く重大事故になるところだ。
Okay, that's just the beginning. Now we have you. We have you. Don't need anything from you. We want this. And we want this. Go to town.
もしかして見ちゃいました？困りますね。えい！天罰！そこ止まって。それはルール違反ですよ。ベイルーンの王として使命を果たす。
Wait a minute. Go back. Yeah, we can't miss out on that. Jeez. This one, that one, that one, that one, and I think this is still up. New damage boost, burn, heal, augmentation, property damage, chain reinforcement, attack boost barrier. I think chain reinforcement is the one that she gets from this. Yes. Okay. So we can go one more turn.
Yeah. Hey.
I would love to get to I would love to get to 50%, but I don't think we're gonna make it.
Hey.
I forgot about that, man. It just does so much damage. Put yourself in the back here, like this. Yeah. 68%. Didn't even get a third of the way. Oh. No, that's not good. Wait a minute. So I did 30% of this damage here. So that's 180 million times 3, which would be 300 million, 400, 500, 5.5 million. Sorry, 540 million. Yeah, sure enough. Oh boy, I'm in trouble. I'm gonna have to figure something out because I'm in trouble with this one. Maybe I do what these other people have. These wind units are just dying on me though. That's the biggest problem.
E.T., 分析を開始して。
She has Do I have another one of these? Of her pendant things? I might. Yeah, I do. I really need to fix up her defenses. Yeah, she can wear one of these. I don't have the ability to refine stuff. Who else is dying with Diane? Oh, Celia is.
師匠に勧められたから来ただけよ。
Why are people using... Let's see here. See if we can figure out why people are using these units. So Apostle Blade. Counter. Whenever you receive out, each counter deals damage. Okay.
今度の対戦は絶対に負けないんだから。
Okay, so vulnerability physical, that makes sense. I see, and it's in the... Okay. So I really need to level this one up, jeez. This is like a utility unit. But what about this one? Alright, costume.
ルベンシア様だ。しっかり覚えておくように。よーし。突っ走るとするか?
I don't understand this one unless we're just building a chain.
この私の成果に加わる栄誉を与えよう。
Yeah, the Luvencia doesn't make sense. But the other one does. The young blade. Hang on, let's take a look at what these people have again. So Medical Therese, Lathel, and Blade. And then the other one uses Luvencia. Okay. This one put both in the same. And then this one's wild. Like, it's just kind of weird. It's awkward to use. This one uses Hikage. See, this is essentially what I have. I think this is a good one. But I need to change my gears a bit, and it seems like I really do need to have this one up. Okay. I also see no reason why I can't level this up. Wow, that's so much easier. It's the first time I've been able to test that out.
僕も一緒に戦います。みんなで頑張りましょう。
What about the one I'm using now? What is her attack boost?
まあ、しょうがないね。始めましょう。
Attack by 70% and crit rate by 30%.
Mm. たまには武力行使も必要だね。
This one should be fine, but I need to change her defensive gear. She's got pretty crappy. She's got pretty crappy defensive gear. Let's start here. Do I have any... This is a support unit, so I don't mind having her take like one of these pieces. This is defense and HP. Do I have any that's double defense? Doesn't look like it. There is this, whatever this is. Okay, this will work. And what do I have this on Leckless? Oh yeah, we can 100% take this. Alright, it's Seer, my bad. Seer doesn't need it. And then, what about the helmet? This thing's ridiculous looking. I mean, she's got a hood, it makes sense. Her defense is way too high now. But she shouldn't have a problem surviving now. So there's fix number one. We're gonna stick with this. What were they doing? They were putting Wilhelmina with... Okay. Okay, move you up here. Ooh, he just moved up. I'm pretty much going with this, but I'm replacing her with Zenith. And then okay. All I need to do now is replace this with Blade, if I can find her. I've lost her now. Here she is. Looks like in the future I need to fix this up. Yeah. That's nice and all, but this is the one I need to level up. I guess I'll start working on Dark, because it makes sense to have that one always up and running, very much like her. Is this one finished? No. Oh boy. Not really liking my odds of doing a lot better in this. Let's try this one. See if we can make things better. That. We're going with this first. And then this. How long does this last? 4 turns. Okay. So she can keep it up continuously. It's a ruthless SP cost though. Okay. Round 1 done. I believe we can do this. We want to move her here though. No, we want this one.
貴様の魂まで全て切り捨てる。はは
I did not realize that. Yeah, the augmentation is going to be so low. Okay, that actually really makes her good. Holy shit. Wait a minute, really? 45 million previous turn. Okay, yeah. Huge bump. Okay. Retry. That's what I thought. Oh, okay. Go back to this. Okay. We got more crits that time. That's what it is. I don't have enough crit rate. That's the problem. I need to stop relying on these characters for crit rate, which means I need to start gearing my physical DPSs a little bit differently. Because I want 100% crit rate on everyone. Keep that. Go back to this. And do this one. There we go. Okay. Go back to this. This. Nothing. Nothing. And this one. Okay. We're almost up to the amount of damage I did last time. So, back to this. Is this the stupid rain cloud of death? I think it is. Switch to this, do this. Hold off on this for a turn. Okay, yeah. Ooh. Okay. Retry. Previous turn. Get that bubble up. Hopefully this is enough. To save everyone. Much better, much better. Now Diana's surviving. Don't need anything, don't need anything. I need this, and I need this. Perfect. Just enough. Ooh. Okay, we're doing so far a lot better. Okay, so crit this one. We can put you down here. Well, that's not good. Step off for a turn, because I have to have this one rolling.
Yeah. Hey. Ike.
Okay. Now we go with bridle. This one, this one, this one, and that. Good.
Yeah. Hey. Ike. Huh?
Okay, continue. This, this. Nothing. And this one again.
Yeah. Hey. Rokun.
Okay, back to this. Nothing. Skip. Back to this. And I need to go back to this one.
Yeah. Hey. Rokun. Huh?
Everyone's surviving now. Good. Go with this. This. That. And that. Alright. Finish it up.
Hey. Ike.
Interesting. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Okay. Looks like I still got some work to do. Okay. I'll have to figure it out, but I don't think 6 days left. I technically have 7 days left. Let's just see. I did 50% of 8, so tomorrow I can do this. On day 1, I get through 7. On day 2, I get through 8. Oh wait, okay, so day 1 we get through this, okay? On day 2 we get through 7. On day 3 we get through 8. And let's see, how much damage did I do? Almost about 700,000. So day 4, nothing. Day 5 will beat 9. I'm gonna be 1 day short. I have to at least beat I have to at least beat 7 on day 1 in order to make it. Let's laugh a lot.
僕も一緒に戦います。準備はできました。
Won't be able to get far enough in time. This is an extra huge chunk of attack. We can try and upgrade.
まあ、しょうがないね。始めましょう。
Because why not? It's an extra 10% attack. Her bonding stat needs to be this one.
Ken よ、こちらへ。私の出番でしょうか。
Hey, how's it going, man? How does...
ここは私に任せなさい。
Wouldn't Eris just be better than 150 vulnerable?
Ane上のように認められる娘になりたいの。今度の対戦は絶対に負けないんだから。
I mean, there's a category for it. I don't know why they'd have a category for it if it wasn't streamable. So this only brings it up to 110%. So 150. I think for this match, we ought to go with Eris.
人がいっぱいいるわ。エリスに魔術を。
Let's just take all of Blade's gear. Blade. I haven't really used her before. She is useful, but is she like the top, the best of the best? I wouldn't say so. No, that's not what she has. I have no clue what I'm looking for. Does Blade have white hair? I don't know what Blade looks like. She has white hair. Okay. Go back to Eris. I want to take her gear. We're looking for the white portrait. It's this one right here. Yep. Take that one. Is it this one? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, no. That's used here. Where's Blade? Is it this one? That one. Yeah, that doesn't look that great. Let's see. Is it this one? No, the ring I had earlier was better. Jeez. Where's that ring I just had? Was it this one? Actually, this one's not bad. I should just take this one for now. I had like one of those red ones. Yeah, it was like this thing. Yeah, there's no way. Yep. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. Okay, okay. We're gonna try this. We're gonna keep Aranez in there, but we're gonna replace Blade with Eris. Okay. Let's see how this works out. I need just a slight bit more. I need to be able to one-shot level 7. Let's go with this, that, this, and we want this one. There we go. Try. We're gonna go with this first. All right. Normal. This. Nothing. Do this. And this. Okay, nothing. Nothing. Buff. Buff. And that one. Okay. Still in good shape. Nothing. Buff. Nothing. Attack. Back to this. 81. Okay, we're already almost close to where I was. So I believe we want the shield. We can go for this. We can go for this, this, and ooh. Damn. She's doing this. So this is going to be worthless next turn. So let's hold off a turn on that. So that we can get this in. Okay, and here's the last attack. That one, nothing. Eris, flat hit. No, really? Okay, so we have to take that out and then do this. $68%. I think that's better than what we just did. I'm not sure. Okay, this. That's right, we had to skip out on one of these. Which one should I should skip out on this one, because this one needs to go. No way, man. I don't really like that skin. That's one of my least favorite tropes, is the whole girl dressed up like a cow. I just don't like it. Not a fan of it. Yeah, I'm just not a huge fan. I'll go for. There's plenty of lewd stuff that I'll go for, but that's just not one of them. Okay, that, this, that, and this again. We need to get to like below. How much? 50. I need to get like. Okay, we'll see what happens here. Nothing. This one. And this one. I need to get to like. If I can get to 400,000, then we'll be golden. we're not going to get to, unfortunately. I don't think we will. We'll see. But I don't think we're going to make it. Alright. Come on. Why does that last one do so little damage? Damn it! Oh, my ranking went down. Oh. Okay.
好き勝手にはさせない。下がって。チャンスは一度きりだよ。
100% vulnerability. 8%
過度な
increased
身
chain
体接
damage.
仲間はこの手で守る。
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I can do to make this better. I really need to just make... I need that last 45 million knocked out. See, their blades are more built than mine. Much more built than mine. Yeah, he's got a 5. I don't have that. Eris is a good replacement. Like, she plugs in just fine there. The problem I'm having is this. Yeah, I don't have this, and this is the biggest problem. I'm losing probably a lot of damage from this. Now, do they even use water Refi? I bet they don't. I mean, we can try it with Refi, but I don't think it's gonna work out. Let's try it. Let's swap the teams and try it. So start with water Refi. Yeah. Like this. Okay.
レピ、鬼ごっこも上手でしょやへいいけ
Okay, so now we're going into the crit damage. This, 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 and this.
やえい敵を確認はっ
Never mind.
やえい
problem with doing water reppy is it takes an entire turn to set up. Okay, now we're on Bride. Skip this, do that. I don't remember how far I got last time. I think I got into like 800,000 or something. Oh, but that was with, okay, the other team. Okay. We need this, this, that. I think I got to like 60 something thousand, 68% or something on the first try on the last one. Okay, so this, no point wasting that. Do this and that. All right. Alright. Nothing, this, nothing, that, and this. This. This happened last time, didn't it? Oh, wait, no, we're supposed to be doing this one, yeah. What? Oh, that's fine. behind. Oh, you can come down here. Okay, that, this, that. Oh shit. Nope. That's it. Ugh. Okay, that, this, that, nothing. I don't even have enough SP for that. Ugh. And my ranking goes even further down. What other formations are there? Pretty much everyone is using Blade. And like the Luvencia doesn't make sense to me, man. Why Luvencia? Do I have her built up? Okay, I mean, let's give it a try. I think this team going first was better. And we're gonna try this instead. She already has gear. let's try again. This one, yes. Oh wait, this, that. $64? Okay. I don't think that helped. Okay. Bridle. That. So for 4 turns, so for 4, 6, and 8. That's what I need, yeah. Let's go with this one, and then that, and then... Put you over here and do this one. Okay. Nope. Way below. I just keep going down. I'll have to see what I can do. Nope, all these stink. There we go. Go this way. Okay. Refi in the middle. Levia, track and field. this one. Not really anything I really want. I'll take Wind Dancer. There we go, that's what I want. Everything else doesn't matter.
無駄な時間を過ごすのはここまで。
Okay, the rest of this should be pretty quick.
Sa! 私の機嫌を損ねるとみんななるのよ。力だけが真実なの。さか。
We'll do this one.
さあ、無駄な時間を過ごすのはここまでよ。私は研究に戻るわ。
Let's bring in Eclipse.
Yeah. 私の機嫌を損ねるとみんななるのよ。無駄な時間を過ごすのはここまで。
ごめんなさい。傷つけるつもりはなかったんです。やあ！えい！やっ！さあ！力だけが真実なの。
Let's actually take Lowen.
Hey!
無駄な時間を過ごすのはここまでよ。
And the last one.
That's all she wrote.
Alright, guys. It is time for me to get off. Unfortunately, I will not be on tomorrow. I'm gonna take my dad over to the hospital tomorrow. For his last treatment of the week, and then I'll be here on Saturday. And on Saturday, there shouldn't be any workers here, and my room should be back to normal, so it'll be back to kind of a normal stream, hopefully. But we'll pick up here on Saturday. We'll finish this and then get into the other games that have monthly challenges and whatnot that I need to take care of. So, hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you guys on Saturday. See you guys later. Neptarka out. See ya.